Well, Friday night, I thought we'd have some fun tonight because Good Morning Football had me laughing so hard the other day. I really enjoyed that. 49ers continued domination over Rams, endorsed by GMFB. Fam. And by the way, the domination doesn't stop with just the 49er team over the Rams. Shout out to the chat. They dominate over the Rams, too. And everybody else who comes waltzing in there thinking they're just going to manhandle the 49er fans. It's hilarious. Hey, fam, but you could hear the roar all over the Niners empire when both Nate Burleson and Kyle Brandt of GMFB both concluded that the Rams' recent addition of Matt Stafford may not be all that is needed to stop San Francisco from continuing to lord over Los Angeles. Shut up, Peter Schrager. Wait a minute. We'll be taking your phone calls to further examine the variables as to why the NFL Network hosts believe the Niners' chokehold on the Rams could continue into 2021. That's a dog whistle for Rudy. Oh, Rudy. We got a couple of those guys here. Well, this is some guy called some kind of a report. Anyway, let me. Oh, by the way, too, Richard Sherman has apologized for his temporary insanity the other night. Sherman is facing 5 misdemeanor charges after crashing his car and then attempting to break into his wife's parents' home. Prosecutors charged Sherman today with criminal trespass in the second degree with a domestic violence element, reckless endangerment of roadway crews, driving under the influence, resisting arrest, and malicious mischief with a domestic violence element, according to Mike Carter of the Seattle Times. The driving offenses are considered more serious, gross misdemeanors, punishable up to 364 days in jail. The charges for the incident at his wife's parents' house are simple misdemeanors for which he could get up to 90 days in jail, and also he's got to pay for those indentations in the door. Sherman was released from jail yesterday and attended court proceedings earlier today. Meanwhile, Sherman issued a statement on the matter stating, and you knew this was coming too. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when. He goes on to say, I am deeply remorseful for my actions on Tuesday night. I behaved in a manner I am not proud of. I have been dealing with some personal challenges over the last several months, but that is not an excuse for how I acted. The importance of mental and emotional health is extremely real, and I vow to get the help I need. I appreciate all of the people who have reached out in support of me and my family, including our community here in Seattle. I am grateful to have such an amazing wife, family, and support system to lean on during this time, unquote. You know, we are so intertwined, our own lives with these people, albeit not real closely, but closely as far as we know them, we think we know them, right? And then all of a sudden these episodes break out and you just can't imagine that happening. It is unclear, though, whether Sherman will play in the NFL this season or he'll be taking time from the game to address the challenges that he's referencing. So Sherman, we wish him all the luck in the world. As you know, the 49ers are standing behind him as well. So Sherman's going to get all. I wonder, though, Sherman's probably not going to want to play this year, I wouldn't think, right? So that means this could be it. Sherman may not feel like getting in shape and ready to play football again next year, not at this particular time in his career. He needed to continue his momentum from last season, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's get into the fun, the Friday night fun and pizza and beer and type of thing, you know? Anyway, now I tell you, and I mean, I'm talking about the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us, Bill Walsh. See, because the question that brought up the discussion on GMFB, 49ers defense versus Rams offense, Who comes out on top in 21? Nate Burleson. Nate put it in terms that, and of all people, Nate Burleson, who we used to like say, Nate Burleson, man, everybody wants to get into the octagon with you, because Nate Burleson put it in terms that nobody, not even Rudy, could debate. Nate basically said the 49ers have beaten the Rams defense when they were missing just about half of their frontline stars, as much as they did with their top stars, with their top players. Peter Schrager did make one point, however, that still lingers in my mind just a little bit. Was Robert Saleh's clever strategies, was that what was throttling the Rams' high-octane offense? Can we expect D'Amico to outcoach McVay in the same fashion? Is it asking too much? And you know what? Maybe there's not a lot necessary other than the X's and O's in advance. You got Fred Warner out there lighting people up and telling them what to do on the field. That's dual coaching, actually. Imagine Fred Warner's so good. His mind is so far above. He can actually see things and diagnose them and get his guys in position to kill. It is food for thought, though. Kyle Brandt put an exclamation point on the whole conversation when he lifted that poor, unfortunate Matt Stafford. They took that sign. Kyle took that sign right. Get that off of your chest. Throw that in the garbage. You're not responsible for anything that went wrong there. This Stafford was never really been surrounded by decent talent. Was an insult to Calvin Johnson, a.k.a. Megatron. And Golden Tate in his prime. That's what I was trying to think of the other day. Wait a minute. He's had talent. Even Galladay, who I wanted to see the 49ers grab, who just left Detroit. I said, you know what? This is poor Matty Stafford. So you know what? And he's had how many coaches during his career? It's not like one coach didn't work and another one didn't work and another one didn't work and another one didn't work. Hey, Matt, take some responsibility for that. And Stafford had nothing to do with the failures in Detroit. That's a little rich. But, a lot of people are saying that. And now he's in a position where he's surrounded by talent and a good coach, and he should thrive and beat up on the NFC West, as all the NFC talking heads have the Rams slated number one in the division. So, I loved when Brandt also said about Stafford winning. I'll believe it when I see it. Jimmy Ward's conversation with Grant Cohn last week, it continues to echo in the mind, right? Jimmy says, they still playing with the same receivers. And I concluded what Jimmy was saying in my mind is, Jimmy's saying, we know those people. Unless Stafford's bringing like a host of new receivers and McVay is still picking on my ass, and I'm going to be waiting. So, no problem, bro. I love it. I love this. You know what? I've always believed you can't call a rivalry until both teams win, right? But the Rams have never really won anything. So don't call it a rivalry. Call it an annual meeting. The Hawks is a rivalry. The Cardinals are not a rivalry. We only have one rival in the NFC West. It's the Hawks, Rams. You people are nothing more than you're just wannabes who come in, you spend a lot of money on talents every year. You finally made it work one year in LA because in St. Louis, I know about St. Louis. You won in St. Louis. But St. Louis is far west. That's a Midwest, fellas. That's not LA. You guys are hardcore West. California dreaming. California knows how to party. California knows how to party. Let me welcome you. You know what? Here's the thing. Okay, let me stop clowning so we get into the phone. So that familiarity that will present not many surprises with the Niners secondary, as I just mentioned, almost checks the advantage box for the Niners downfield. Not a fair. Without sounding brazen and overly confident, can we have this discussion? Is Nate Burleson on target with his call about the Niners defense having the Rams' offensive number? Did Kyle Brandt insinuating that Matt Stafford needs to take some of the responsibility for the failures in Detroit ring true in your mind as well? I love this kind of stuff. William Roberts, what's up, fam? Rick, that's I-Q-E. Hey, he says, and the San Francisco 49ers are still the number one franchise in all the land. All the land? All the land! Woof, woof, woof. Matty S. Hey, shout out from beautiful Bend, Oregon, Matty. And M Blaster 6054. What's up? Tell it like it is. It is. You go, boy. Blaster. Momo Morton. What's Momo's talking about? Hey, what's good, my brother? Thank you for the platform. We are grateful for you giving us Niner fam a place to speak. Man, thanks, Momo. It's always a pleasure, fam. DJ Malone. How hateful would those same old sorry-ass lambs be if we get ring number 6? Ooh. Oh. It did up. Oh. Get that number 6 in their stadium, a.k.a. our second home. Rudy will be eating so much poo-poo if we sweep them again. Hashtag let Trey be dual threat. You know this? Uh-oh, it's Michael Atlantes. But is it really Michael Atlantes? Got my COVID shot today, already growing. I should read those. I didn't mean to read it out loud. Okay, guys. Let me get to the phone and give Jesus some time to talk about the Rams. Oh. Hey, Jesus.
Ronbo! Look, I'm talking to Ronbo.
Hey, Seuss, man, I'm telling you, man, it's a fun night, man. You know, anytime we could take some shots at another club, because you guys in the chat, you take shots at people from other clubs all day long. You get a potpourri of clowns coming in. Yeah, hey, 49er fans, we here to start some shit, man. You know what? Well, y'all can't do nothing about it with y'all sorry ass, man. You guys don't own this, you don't own that, and we own you. And meanwhile, they ain't did nothing to us. Raider fans, all the rest of them comedians. But what we do, hey, by the way, though, I want to give you folks credit for having the cojones, the size of the, what is a Mack truck, ball bearings. I'm impressed with that. Hey, Jesus, give a shout out to you boys and give me some about the Rams and Kyle Brandt and Nate Burleson endorsing the 49ers continue to give the beat down to L.A.
You know, thank you, Ron. You know what? Shout out to my brother Eddie E. You know, shout out to my homie Tommy Huxley. Shout out to my homie Big J, J-Tan. You know, Ray Jr. My homie Fable JVC. You know, Chad Garrison. You know, all my homies up in here. You know, sorry guys. You know, it's too many homies for me to give props to. But you know, shout out to the 49er Empire. You know, it's your boy. But I like to give a shout out to my special son. You know, Raiders Carlos. I'd like to give a shout out to him, you know, due to the fact that, you know, it's past his bedtime and, you know, he should be asleep, you know. I'd like to give a shout out to Don Bird because, you know, he's an old ass man in here, you know, try to say the Lions are going to beat the Niners, which that's blasphemy, you know.
He's been here every week, all week, every week. We don't get to do a program without Don. Don, big shout out to you, Don. What is his name? Fable, you're right.
Don Bird.
Right. Fable, kids watching this. I know I language. I was imitating what they say is what I was doing, Fable. Yeah, kids don't do that. I was just don't pay me any attention. Okay. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You know, but you know, the Rams, you know, Ronbo, you know, we're here talking about the Rams, you know, we're honestly not really talking about the Cardinals in Seattle, you know. With my other two special head kids, you know, Seahawks Rain and, you know, Joseph Crybaby, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's a good name for him, too. Delusional.
You know,
all
he's
caps.
in here crying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's in here crying, you know, but honestly, the Rams have a lot of talent, Ronbo. You know, I'm not going to sit here in front. You know, they have tremendous talent. They just don't know how to use it, you know?
But they got McVay
They just don't know how to
coaching.
use it.
They got McVay. How do you not? I thought McVay was supposed to be the next savant next to Kyle Shanahan. He's supposed to know what he's doing. What's up?
Right. You know, I would most definitely take Kyle Shanahan over McVay. You know, Ronbo, how many first-round picks have they wasted and hasn't even paid off yet? Are they going to say it pays off because they want the playoffs? I mean, off that logic, you know, I guess, you know, I guess they're doing okay, but
No,
you know,
you got to win the Super Bowl.
They ain't winning no rings.
Right?
Where's the rings at?
Amen.
No. Where's the old? You know, where's the rings at? You know. Oh, we go to playoffs. We at least make it to playoffs. You know, but like, hey, you know, here they are scoring 3 points in the Super Bowl. You know, you know, the Rams are not taking the division. You know, it's probably gonna be Seattle. You know, if we stay healthy enough, you know, we have a chance of taking the division too.
Yes.
You know, but it's gonna be Seattle taking the division because of Russell Wilson. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Yeah.
You know, but if we're healthy enough, you know, we could be contenders of taking the division. I'm not saying that we're not going to take the division because we're contenders, Ronbo, whether people don't want to give us our respect or not. But you know, the Rams, I'm not sold on the Rams. Matthew Stafford has no playoff experience when it comes down to winning a playoff game. I'm not sold on that. I'm really not.
Jesus, I think he has 1 year of a wild card of experience, and they ran him right off the field and back into the locker room. So yeah.
You know, like, you know, Jared Goff had a hard time beating us with him having Cooper Kupp and all these other guys. Imagine what we're gonna do to the Lions, Ronbo. You know, they have literally no talent. I don't even know I don't know no one on the Lions except Jared Goff. I'm not even trying to take a shot at the Lions.
Remember, they picked up Michael Brockers.
I don't know who that is. You know, like
Brockers,
I said, you know,
Brockers played on the defensive line. I know, right?
You know.
So
you know, our offensive line is too strong for the defensive line. You know, our run stop defense is too good for the run stop. They don't have a running back, so I'm not really concerned. You know, but us talking about the Rams, back on our Rams discussion, you know, I'm not going to sit here and lie. You know, does it concern me? You know, like I don't take any games light. You know, it's any given Sunday. But for us sweeping the Rams 2 years in a row, especially with second and third stringers, Ronbo, I'm pretty confident that the 49ers will at least probably split. You know, if they end up beating us, but we have the Rams number, Ronbo. I don't think we're gonna. I don't expect them to try to sweep us at all.
Hey, so does it concern you that Robert Saleh may have been the one that had the Rams number, and now that D'Amico's running things, but I still feel D'Amico probably learned a lot from watching Saleh take the Rams down. Are you concerned about that part?
No, because we still have our pieces.
No, that's what I was thinking.
We still have our pieces that, you know, we still have our pieces, and you know, D'Amico Ryans already came out and said he wants to be more aggressive. I don't know why he's telling people what the plans are, but you know, it is what it is. You know, D'Amico Ryans wants to be aggressive. You know, I just hope that, you know, we could stop him on the third down. You know, that's all I'm saying. You know, we always give up big plays when it comes down to like, third and 8. You know, we always give up big plays and ends up resorting them scoring the field goal or them ending up scoring the touchdown. So if we could like contain them, you know, like I said, you know, we have to play aggressive with them.
You know what, Jesus, you point out something that used to irritate me all the time, too. The 49ers wouldn't really bear down because, you know, you tear up between the 50. In the middle of the field, the 49ers seem to, like, lay back. We're almost in prevent. We're keeping the ball in front of us and players in front of us. I said, you know what? We could put a little more pressure in coming down the field. I don't like to see them get third downs. I agree with that. And then we get down right around 40, just to be on the 50-yard line. Okay, now all of a sudden we're busting ass. Hey, so you know what, though? Maybe Saleh was pacing the defense so that they wouldn't wear themselves out. I don't know. I just always used to wonder, why are we so good on the other side of the 50? It's always interesting, wasn't it?
Right.
It was interesting.
Right. Right. You know, like, and that's the thing that always gets us against Seattle, Ronbo. We'll be having Russell Wilson stop, and then out of nowhere he comes with his little magic, and you know he throws it to Tyler Lockett, you know, or
Yeah.
he gives it out to DK Metcalf and they end up getting the first down.
Mm.
So that's what that's what that's what I'm tired of the Niners. That's like the only thing that I'm tired of is us giving up the big play on third down.
Well,
If we could contain them, like, hey man, you stop them for 2 plays in a row. I understand that players get tired, but the thing that I love about the 49ers is that we rotate our players.
should be,
That's what I
right?
really love about the 49ers.
Although the secondary doesn't rotate, but the secondary doesn't have to do all that hard work. The front line is doing all the hard work, so the secondary could stay fresh for an
Oh,
entire
most definitely.
series. So I want to. I agree. I want to see some real pressure this year from jump. Let's not wait until they get on the
Oh
other
yeah.
side of the field or into our area to start really getting protective. Beat them up while they're in their side of the field, and we did.
Oh, exactly. Especially with us
But,
getting Nick Bosa back. Especially with getting Nick Bosa back. Kinlaw learning the playbook more, and he was just put in a bad situation last year. But Kinlaw was still doing a really good at run stopping. Run stopping the running backs. Clogging up the middle. So hey, we got some hitters on the defensive line. We have Eric Armstead, who's also a good run stopper. But we need Eric Armstead to get in there and make those sacks. I really wish we would have kept Kerry Hyder for another year. But it's business. We can't afford to pay everyone. We got Barrett back. We got Williams, and we got we signed Mosley. So hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a business. But I'm really confident with our boys, Ronbo, with this year. I'm really happy going into this year. Hopefully we can just stay healthy on both sides of the ball.
Please.
I know it's football. I know it comes with the game, but I really feel like we have a really good chance of going back to the playoffs this year.
We're gonna be talking about Bosa Sosa connection. I got a feeling it's gonna be real. You already know Nick's gonna take care of his end. I just want to know if Ibukum, otherwise known as Sosa, can he carry that other side? Because if he can, boy. All right, we'll find
Man,
out.
especially with D Ford maybe coming back, maybe
if-
maybe not.
See, that's why I don't even plan on him. Because if he comes back, it is definitely on. See, but if he doesn't,
Right. I'm not trying to get my hopes up for D Ford not to come back. He didn't retire for a reason. We haven't cut him for a reason.
True.
So I want to know what's going on with the D Ford situation.
Right.
If he's like getting healthy, is his body doing okay? Because he suffered a really bad injury. So as long as he could bounce back from it, maybe we could limit his reps up until like a certain point of the season.
Right.
Hey, I'm all down for it. I'm all down for it because we just picked up the guy from the Rams, the pass rusher that they had.
Ibukum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that guy. So
his nickname is Sosa. So that's what I'm saying. It makes it easier. That's why I've said the Bosa Sosa connection.
Bosa Sosa connection. I love
This
it.
could be interesting. Man.
Yeah, I love
We're
it.
going to see. All right. Hey, Seuss, I tell you what, man, I'll look for you Sunday, and we can laugh at the
right,
Rams
Ronbo.
some more.
All right, Ronbo. Everyone leave a like. Like Ronbo's thing. Subscribe to his channel, man. He's doing that here for the 49er fans.
Thanks,
All right,
man.
Ronbo. You have a blessed night. Thank you for taking my call, man.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. Night, hey, Seuss.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
You too. Yeah. Well, I tell you. It's going to be interesting because now the heat is on because J-Dub already set the blaze by talking like he was talking about Stafford to begin with and the Rams. And now you got Good Morning Football people saying things like, well, if I sit here and say the Rams got all this and they got all that and they should be able to dominate, people will accuse me of being a homer. I don't even know why Nate said that. Is he from L.A.? He says, but I'm going to just tell you the truth, man. The 49ers nickname was like IR. They changed the name from San Francisco 49ers to the IR. So I said, this is so true. And they still beat them. 49ers also report Johnny can't call in 49ers better than the Rams. Niners! Johnny, thanks for the contribution. So I'm laughing because this man is telling the truth, man. We beat the Rams with a team that was aching and taking aspirin on the sidelines. Hey, 49 Lakers. Hey, thanks, fam. Faithful in L.A. Yes. So, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why people just think that bringing Stafford over is the magic formula that all of a sudden you just go whoop the Rams. So, And as Kyle Brandt was repeated saying, all right, I don't want to rag on the blue, but listen, Matt Stafford winning, I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, Brittany.
Hey, Ronbo.
Brittany, how you doing tonight?
Good.
I'm too, Brittany. You know, it's fun to take shots. And when the NFL starts taking shots at other teams, normally, Brittany, we're on the other side of these kind of things, and usually the butt of every joke. And this time, the Rams got made the butt of this joke of, can the 49ers defense deal with that powerful Rams offense? And they just sat there and told the truth. Well, they've been dealing with it. They was dealing with it with half their people on the IR, starters and everything else. Rams still couldn't get past 20. Brittany, are they telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And what would you add to that? And are we out of line, sitting there huffing and puffing like we don't even need to play this game? In fact, I want to phone it in anyway, but they won't let us do that.
It's funny because a lot of people who would disagree with us, saying y'all only saying this because y'all cocky. It's not cockiness. It's true. What makes people think that the Rams offense is going to overpower the 49ers defense? Because it's not. Oh, Stafford came. Oh, he's got a big arm and everything. He throws a rocket.
Ooh.
Yeah, so does Jimmy. So what's the difference?
Oh, you know, Brittany, add to that also,
Nate's
Goff's arm wasn't weak. So, you know, I'm not sure how much more velocity Stafford's going to put on the ball. But go ahead.
It just makes no sense. So what Nate was saying this morning, it was true. The 49ers defense, even when we were battered and bruised all last season, we still beat them. We still beat them. We've beaten them week 6. We've beaten them week 12 when we didn't have a lot of people on defense, when we had a backup quarterback playing as opposed to our starters. We still... The problem is with the Rams offense, and I think the problem is with McVay, is he thinks he can plug in any guy at quarterback, and he feels that if we get like a good amount of like strong wide receivers or, you know, a good running back, that's going to be the key to the success. You're trying to basically copy Shanahan's system, and you know you're not going to succeed doing that. So Shanahan's the mastermind of that. You can't top it.
Yeah. Brittany, you know, speak to the matchup issues. Cooper Kupp is pretty much their bread and tea and gets things going for them. Who's on the other side of the field that makes sure the guys like Cooper Kupp, the guy by the nickname of the Shark, who's just rolling around in the waters is a predator, waiting for guys like Cooper Kupp, Tyler Lockett to think they could come waltzing over the middle of the field and just behave in any fashion they wish. This is something that people don't take into account, which Stafford, who doesn't know anything about the Shark, could be meat for that afternoon lunch.
It's not only the Sharks who's going to be going after Stafford. There's another person Stafford doesn't know about, and that's Bosa, that he's going to be introduced to as well.
Yes.
So there's a bunch of people he does not know about on our defense that he will be introduced to.
Yeah.
Even the former Ram, Sosa, is going to be welcoming him.
He's supposed to be picking him up off the ground. Hey, how you like LA, man? Yeah, hey, I tell you what, let me know if you need any tips on where to buy houses and things like that. I know all that. I'll see you after the game. But yeah, that was a good move.
Exactly.
I just got the beat on you, you know.
Exactly. I really do feel like there may be like stronger like pushes with Ryans as our new defensive coordinator. Yeah. I think there will be like little glimpses of what Saleh did in the past. But more. I think even stronger pushes and like stronger like bullying to get to the quarterback this season.
See, and if they're smart, Brittany, they'll find a way to make sure that the pressure is off of the tank up the middle named Kinlaw. This could be interesting to see how they utilize him. He's a little more athletic than I even imagined. When I seen him horizontal in the air, I said, wait a minute. he has the ability to lift that big frame of his and fly? That's
He
scary.
has everything. He even picked off golf in the Week 12 game we played against them.
I know.
He picked off golf.
Soft hands. You see how he caught that like it was natural and
Yes.
ran it back.
Like it was nothing. Like it was nothing, and he ran with it. He ran. So I'm excited. Kinlaw is gonna have a big season. Jimmy Ward is gonna have a big season. I'm excited to see what D'Amico Ryans is gonna pull out of his bag. I'm excited to see it.
Oh.
And
Go ahead.
it's like Kyle's comments about Stafford. It's almost like what Jimmy said in his interview with Grant. It's like, what makes people think that going to the new system is going to change this guy?
You know?
It's not. Does McVay really think a guy who hasn't gone to the playoffs in years or who lost in the playoffs when he went in the wild cards is the answer to solve all their problems? Like, does he really think that?
Could be
No,
could be
no.
a mental issue with Stafford. Maybe there's a block when he gets into those high level games. You know, it's just and they gave up the entire franchise to get him. I can't wait to see
That
how
was
this
a
pays
terrible
out.
idea. That was a terrible idea when I saw that happen. I'm like, yeah, I was thinking, like, what Kyle, I was like, you really wanted to try and risk that after seeing him do that? That was very idiotic.
You know
The whole farm for him?
And Brittany, you know we're going to find out later, don't you? Kyle's going to say, yeah, that stuff I was saying on the Flying Coach. You know what my real MO was to get in there and drive that price up. And so hopefully the Rams give up their entire next 20 years. You know, Stafford's not, if I wanted Stafford, I saw him when he first came off the wire. I could have got him. Because Kyle, I get the feeling Kyle might have a little bit of a con in him, you know? Just sort of messing with McVay. If you guys were in the Julio sweepstakes, I would have intervened and made you give up. You wouldn't have had a first-round pick until 2030.
It just seems like every single team in the NFC West is trying their best to one-up the 49ers because they know that every year the 49ers are going to come with something. It may not be a lot, but just with some surprise that they don't know about and just wow them out of the park. So you see, like, Hopkins, Cardinals, Stafford, Rams, you see Jamal Adams, you see Seattle. What good is that going to do? It didn't do anything.
Brittany,
it didn't do anything.
And they're all grateful. They thank their lucky stars for the last season that the 49ers were not healthy. And they're praying right now, hoping that the 49ers fall to injury again. Because a fully potent 49er team, they know they can't beat them. But they got to, find ways. McVay's doing the best he can, and Cardinals are scaring me actually. But they're doing the best they can. The Hawks feel that we don't have to worry about the 49ers. We own them just like they own the Rams.
Right.
So Jesus.
A lot of these players coming back from injury for the 49ers, they have some vengeance. They have a vengeance to oppose. Bosa definitely. Kittle's going to come back stronger. Jimmy's going to even come back stronger. Because now he has a fire lit under him.
Huge. This is going to be really interesting, that offense. I can't wait to see how that clicks. We got 2 weeks to go, though, Britt. So, we can stand it. Yeah. God, I can't believe it. We're down the last couple of weeks. Football time has arrived.
It's going to be interesting.
Well, Brittany, always a pleasure, and I will see you. And by the way, I'm serious. When you guys see me engaging in those conversations, come and say, Ronbo, I'm here, as you asked, to tell you to don't do this.
No, don't do it. Just don't do it.
I'm done. I am done with that. I'm not even going to mention the subject. All right, Brittany, I'll see you on Twitter and Sunday as well. All right. Have a good night.
All right. Good night, Ronbo. Shout out to the 49ers Empire. Love y'all.
Yeah, there he goes. Brett. And let's go. Hey, Rick.
Ronbo.
Rick. Rick, man, we're sitting here throwing digs and jokes and jibes at the team down in SoCal, uh, and we can't. You know what? We can't take full responsibility for this. Nate Burleson, Kyle Brandt, and Peter Schrager started this. We just sort of amplified on it because I kind of appreciated what they were saying. Didn't sound like hyperbole to me. And when Nate came in and said, look, I just want to say this. The 49ers defense against the Rams offense, they beat the Rams offense last year and didn't even have their frontline players. Pretty much beat them up just as they do when they have all the frontline players. So it'd be a little weird for me to sit here and say the Rams, because they picked up Stafford, are all of a sudden going to just start whooping up on the 49ers, right? And then Kyle Brandt comes and says, okay, let me just say this. You talk about Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford's not done anything in the NFL. His numbers look good, of course.
That's right.
I'll believe it when I see it. I say, I love it. People telling the truth about the situation instead of just saying things. You know, that's the truth. He hasn't done anything.
It is.
See, you want to amplify that? Because the only thing Peter Schrager did mention, well, you know, it may have been Kyle Shanahan who had McVay's number. Can DeMeco Ryans still dial up the right formula to continue to contain the Rams offense? That is something I am concerned with. Well, that'll be answered probably from week 1. But what are you thinking, Rick?
Ronbo, I think we got them, and they know we got them. They know that we're coming back hungry and hard and with a vengeance. And man, once Bosa gets a hold of Stafford, he might not be able to play again. He might take a couple of years off his career.
We could see INT that got rid of the ball quicker than he wanted to. Oh, there's Jimmy Ward. Oh, Ward's going to bring that. It's Ward bringing it all the way back. That's a pick six. Going back to that conversation between Jimmy and Grant Cohn. Ward's laughing. The whole team is falling all over themselves laughing. Here comes the team photo. You know, this could be hilarious.
That's right.
Oh,
J-Dub don't care about him. We shouldn't care about him either, because he's going to throw the same players and he's going to be doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's taking care of business, Ronbo.
Yeah, I know, and it's, boy, every game is going to be serious. Now, the 49ers could come out blazing. If they were going to lag, it was last year, right? Because being maybe a little confident, a little cocky because they just went to the Super Bowl. But this year, the 49ers, we got embarrassed next year. So let's play.
The Lambs had their best chance, and it's going to be their best chance last year when we were depleted and down to our bare bones. That was it, Ronbo.
It's it.
And they got swept. So come on now.
Every team in the division, Rick, every team in the NFC West had their shot last year. 49ers stay upright, it's going to be rough.
It's going to be rough. And the thing that they should be worried about is not Matt Stafford and the Lambs offense. They ought to be worried about our offense because we're turbocharged. We really are, Ronbo.
No, I know.
We're going to be
that offense.
That's what they really need to be worried about. They're going to be playing catch-up, and that defense ain't going to be able to hold.
I can't see that. I'm renaming that defense Fast and Furious just because now they all know exactly him and Ham. Everybody knows exactly what everybody's doing. Everybody on that offense. We got to bring Aaron Banks up to speed, but everybody else is 100 miles an hour. Let's go.
Yeah, but Aaron Banks he's a big old boy.
Yeah, I know.
He can.
I just want to hopefully he catches on quick.
I can't wait till we get the guy from Mexico next year, Super Mitch.
Yeah, I know.
I call him.
I can't wait to see.
He's gonna do some stuff too, though. I think.
In fact, if we start losing offensive linemen, he may be activated this year because he's on a special program with the 49ers, so it doesn't count on the 55-man roster. He's on the team, but you can still have 55 players, or he's that extra player they can still carry. If something goes wrong, you can bring him in and instate him as a member of the team, a real member of the team, because this is part of a program where they want to get international players in on every NFL team if they can. But if he can play, forget about that, Kyle. Get another international player, put him on the 55. You know, that'd be awesome.
The Superman, I ain't never seen him Mexican that big, Ronbo.
The dude is huge. I mean, I'm talking huge. I've never seen what he looks like in person.
I ain't never seen him Mexican that big.
So, there probably is, but they just don't play football, maybe. We're going to find out, though, how good this one is. I got a feeling.
Because I think we would have seen him in boxing or something.
I also said the same thing. When I first went to my WWE match as a kid, I didn't realize human beings could be as big as those guys are. I think it was 8 or 9, 7, 8, 9. Dudes were huge. Huge.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, wide, tall, big. My God, they were big. They were doing drugs big time, though. You know it. There's no rules. Yeah.
They didn't have to worry about none of that. Mr. Man, all them were like, shoot it if you got it.
Didn't test them. But then we get, you get Eddie Guerrero and some of the guys, what's that guy, the brothers. When you hear about those guys dying, though,
The Von Erich?
Yeah, he's also, what's the guy who always says the best there is, the best there ever was, the best there ever will be?
Bret Hart.
Yeah, Brett, the Hart Foundation. Remember that one guy, the younger brother died in the ring as well?
Owen Hart, yeah.
Owen,
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, Owen Hart. That was a tragedy right there. That was crazy.
Guys are dying young. I don't know if it was that, because they're used to the impact. So, some of these guys.
I think he had an accident coming down from the stands or some kind of a swing or something. No, it was crazy.
I think it was a
steel cage.
Was that a steel cage match and the dude jumped down on him? It was due to injury, but still. Oh, man. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but the stuff was crazy. And you know what was crazy is like all the people that not all of them, but some of the people, most of the people that were into like pro wrestling as a kid, we don't gravitated to football because there's so much contact in it. And back in the days, them clotheslines and suplexes and all that, man, put a hurting on them boys. And that's when I want Nick Bosa and the Shark and everybody, Ken Law, I want them all to do that to them lambs. I want them to put a hurting on them boys.
And you know what will be so much fun? If the 49ers would start running smack in the press conferences and dropping the mic like they do in the WWE. George Kittle. There's nobody in the Rams secondary that can stop me. There's nobody in the front line that can stop me. I'm George Kittle, and this week I'm going to show everybody what that means in L.A. Boom, walks off.
Yeah, Aaron Donald's going to be like, Debo who? Debo's going to say, you better tuck your chain in. Debo's coming. Who?
Debo's gonna.
Bo.
That's it. Two different words.
Check your pockets.
First word name D.
Take all your stuff.
Last name.
You got on my drink, homie.
Wear a little name tag, Debo, on the front too. Just for Aaron. Hey, Aaron, remember me? Yeah, I'm here.
Come at me, bro. I'm coming at you. Yeah. Hey, Ronbo.
Yeah.
Rick E. Right on that chat.
Yeah.
He said Ronbo Sports and the San Francisco 49ers still the number one franchise in all of the land. I know that because that's me. And you're too humble. You're too humble to throw your name in. That's what I love about you, man.
Rick, are you Rick E?
You're the people's champ.
Aren't you?
Yeah, that's me. That's me. You're the people's champ, man. You're the best, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam. Don't make me
man,
blush.
If it wasn't for you, I don't know what kind of stuff we'd be doing right about now. Going crazy.
Thanks, Rick E. Appreciate you, fam. We're gonna go. I tell you what, I'll be looking for you Sunday too. All right.
I got you, man. And don't let them haters get you down with their half-ass apologies.
No.
And throwing your name. And you know what I'm talking about.
I'm invulnerable to all that stuff. I'm starting to expect
you stay
it.
classy, man.
Thanks, man.
You stay classy, man.
Thanks.
Because you're high class. And
Thanks,
I
Rick.
appreciate you, and I support you, and I love you, man.
Shucks, Rick. Thanks, fam. I'll be looking for you Sunday.
Hey,
right?
I got to give you your flowers while you're still here, champ. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
the
it,
flowers ain't no good when you're gone. You got to smell them things.
I smell them. Thanks,
That's
Rick.
right.
All right, fam. I'll see you Sunday. Appreciate you, Rick.
All right, man.
All right.
All right, Niners, hit them likes, hit them likes, hit them likes.
God, isn't he
Like-
awesome? Hey, Steven.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo? How you doing on Friday?
Steven doing great, man. Just sitting around here, man. I'm like, they shouldn't have done that on GFM because like guys like myself, and I don't know about you, I take that stuff and go get carried away with it. Don't tell me what I already knew. Because you know what? Steven, if we talk like that, people, man, you 49er fans, man, y'all define the word homer, man. You look at the dictionary, the word homer. See y'all's mugs up in there, man. See, because we can't say things like Nate Burleson and Kyle Brandt said, because they're working for a network and they're supposed to be objective when they make these kind of statements. When we say it, we're homers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and be a homer and talk about how you appreciate what they said. Or if you agree with Peter Schrager, who said the 49ers could be in a little bit of trouble this year because the fact of the matter is it could have been Robert Saleh that actually was dealing with the Rams offense. Now it's going to be D'Amico Ryans, and we don't know what we're going to get with D'Amico just yet. And I'm saying, Peter, shut up. You know, what are you thinking?
Honestly, I ain't even tripping. I ain't even sweating off the Rams. I never did sweat off the Rams regardless. To be honest, man, I mean, I'm more elated at the fact that Dickerson, their former Hall of Fame running back, called their brand new throwback jersey and their helmets the Banana Crew. It's like two bananas instead of horns.
Dickerson did that?
Yeah. He says, in his words, and I quote, "It don't look hard. It looks just like two bananas."
Oh, I got to go back and look at that photo. I heard about it, but I didn't bother to go look for it. Oh, I love it. Eric Dickerson, all time. I mean, that's the Lambs' greatest running back of all time. And he's in there making jokes about the throwback. And what made him get a throwback? Steven, I didn't even know they had throwbacks.
I didn't know they had throwbacks either.
Yeah.
Rumbo, I swear to God, I thought their throwbacks were the ones with the silver and blue. That's what I thought it was. I was like, that's not really a throwback. That's just
Right.
kind of going back 5 years. Like,
design.
there's nothing really new or old about it.
See, they don't know what they're doing because they don't have any real tradition as far as the LA Rams, you know? It's like the Hawks. When's the last time? Have the Hawks put on a throwback? Does anybody remember the Hawks wearing a throwback in the last since Russell Wilson arrived?
I mean, I remember the Seahawks kind of looking like, what was it? Like silver, green, and blue. But that's about it. I mean,
Really?
it's probably the most boring color scheme you could have got.
And since when is green and purple or whatever that is, because they keep it, it's blue,
the
Ronbo.
Gatorade
I know, but
bottle
that color scheme to me is ew. God. I mean, come on, man. If Mr. Blackwell was at it when they were designing that, he'd have told him, man, y'all can get a ticket for this. I'll write you up right now. This is fashion. This is a felony.
The green,
Putting them
white,
colors
and blue.
together, yeah.
The good old. You know what it reminded me of, Rumbo? NyQuil. It looks dead ass like NyQuil. You cannot tell me that jersey did not look like NyQuil to you.
It does.
And they suck, so they would put you to sleep. That's the thing. They suck.
Yeah, I don't know what they meant by putting that color scheme together. Man, that's just ridiculous. I'm trying to remember what the Seahawks looked like before they went to them colors. When they was back in the AFC, what color were they wearing? It wasn't this ridiculous color they got now. They decided to do that when they got to Seattle. Anyway, you know,
No, it was like white with blue. And green.
yeah, we're going to continue to beat them with those nasty colors, and then I can make more jokes about that. I can't wait because I think the domination is pretty much over. Russell Wilson, he's got to be losing steps. He's not going to be able to escape that pocket as easily this year as he did last year. I don't think any further.
Ronbo, his offensive line, it's not good either. You know, it's been proven time and time again. His offensive line fails him back to back to back. The man has to get tired of it. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's worn down by now. Yeah, he's a great QB, but I'm pretty sure the guy just wants to chill in the pocket in one spot for maybe about, maybe 10 seconds before he gets sacked or something, or before he has to, high step it out. The guy's always running. He might as well just be a running back. To be honest, he might as well just be a running back.
But Lamar Jackson, he is not. He hasn't got that kind of speed and fluidity. So, Russell's thinking that's why he got mad at the Super Bowl. I'm looking at Tom Brady. He ain't having no trouble, and he's in the Super Bowl. I'm sitting up here watching the game from the booth. What's happening, man? Y'all gonna do something for me or what? And that's when the stuff got started in Seattle. Remember that? I loved it.
That was when everyone thought Russell Wilson was going to leave. Now, and then all of it shifted to Aaron Rodgers wanting to leave. Is he going to leave? Who knows? But, hey, if he leaves, more power to us because that takes away one of our biggest opponents.
You know? Yeah.
To be honest, like I said, I'm going to stick to what I've always said. We're going to go 13-4 this season. And we're going to win it pretty handily. Like I said, the only way we're going to lose those games is because we outplay ourselves and because probably we're not going to be able to catch Kyler Murray. For some odd reason, he evades us every time. I don't get it.
He worries you, too.
I don't get it.
He worries me, too. If we only lost 2 times this year and it was to the Cardinals, I wouldn't even be mad at that. Because I'm saying right now, Murray is a problem. And now he's got excessive amounts of help over there offensively. I mean, excessive. I got A.J. Green on one side, D-Hop on the other. Christian Kirk is no slouch. He's got, you know what? Oh, my God. I just don't. I'm going to be worried when we play that game. I ain't going to lie. I am not.
Another thing I want to mention. I don't know if anyone saw it because I follow Javon Kinlaw. He's probably one of my favorite sophomore players, if not my favorite sophomore player on the 49ers right now. He was trashing Wayne Gallman Jr.'s locker. He was actually making a mess out of his locker. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if he's just playing around.
Kinlaw was?
Yeah, he walked over. He picked up Gallman's jersey that he had hang up and just tossed it on the ground. And Gallman's locker where he sits, all messed up.
And if you're Wayne Gallman Jr., you don't say anything. You don't do anything but go to the opposite room of the building, and if you're going to get mad, holler obscenities from a distance. Don't get too close. That dude is huge. I can't imagine what Gallman did. If you want to speculate on that in a minute, because what could Gallman have done? Said something? I didn't even know.
I don't know.
Kinlaw has a temper? Apparently. Good.
I mean, he goes by that whole rule of unbothered, but I know that man stays angry. I know he does. There's no way he walks around that unbothered for no reason. No, he has to be angry 24/7. There's no way. But oh man, I'm glad. And one thing I want to say though, I'm glad Richard Sherman's okay. I'm glad the judge. The judge threw in some what was it? Some rules. Basically, just having him not do anything stupid, otherwise he's gonna go straight back in there.
Yeah, sure. I guess it would be probation. But they have been sentencing. Have they sentenced him yet? They didn't sentence him today, though, right? What was going on?
No, they let him out, I think.
Yeah, he was let out and without bail. Okay, he was in court today, though. I didn't. There's not much on what happened there. There's no verdict passed or anything like that.
It's weird. It's such a weird case, Ronbo, because it's so much. So much happened that night. And then you hear the recording, and you see the actual video footage of him at the door.
Oh, wasn't that
him
freaky?
leaving.
That was freaky.
Yeah, so it's crazy. And you look at it, and you're kind of spooked by it. You're like, I can't believe that. I don't see Richard Sherman ever popping off like that. There has to be something. And the fact that his wife was like, no, we're not doing this. He's a good man, and he ended up getting let go without bail. That's so weird with me, Ronbo. It just doesn't add up. That's
Steven,
I feel like that's going to be the talk of the town for a cool minute. I'm glad John Lynch supports him and the family, but that it is what it is.
But Stephen,
was it?
If you drive into a construction site in the middle of the night and start slamming up against people's doors, we ain't getting out with no bail. And this this is what's so nice about being a celebrity and losing your mind. We got to go, fam. We'll find out probably more about it between now and Sunday. We'll talk about it then. Okay? Good stuff, Steve.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Be talking to you later.
Take care.
All right. Oh, God. Hey, D. Hey, D-T-N-T, Denise. No, wait. D-T-N-T, Denise. Get out of there. It's just too much. This is 2 shows in a row. We get to hear from you. Get in here. Well, how hot is it in Arizona right now?
It is 97, Ronbo, and I'm walking my dog again, doing my mileage.
Do you every now and then, Denise? Please tell me that you bend over and wipe his little forehead because I know he's sweating.
Actually, it's a she, and her name is Daisy.
Hi, Daisy. You must wipe her little forehead because 97 degrees at night. Well, that is special.
Actually, tonight it's actually not bad because there's a breeze. It actually looks like it might storm, so it's a little humid right now.
Yeah, that's what that heat will do.
At least it's a breeze.
Yeah.
Right.
And the thing is that as long
Can't
as the
have
sun,
everything.
Well, you know what I've always said? As long as the sun's not beating down on me, I can take a lot of hot. Just don't have the sun like scorching you at the same time. That's the thing, you know.
Yeah, the only time you can walk or run in Arizona is either first thing in the morning before the sun comes out, or at night when I do it.
Yeah, that's smart. That's dangerous. Denise, we're having fun here, laughing at the Rams, and Kyle Brandt and Nate Burleson started it, not us. You know, so that's so good. But Denise, are you concerned with the 49ers defense? Will we struggle against the Rams defense? Offense. Will the Rams finally overwhelm us this year after 4 years of never being able to really break the code? But that was a Robert Saleh code.
I am a little concerned, and not because actually I'm a little concerned defense-wise, only because of the change in coordinators.
I know, right?
I know our guys are tough, and you know what I mean? I know we have the right players, so it's not really a player concern. Mm-hmm. It's more of a coordinator concern for me, at least as a fan.
That's what Peter Schrager says. You're right in lockstep with him on that. It's because we're not sure if that was Robert Saleh that had the keys to the city of L.A., or was it just a great finesse playing by the 49ers, or what? So we're going to find that out.
Yeah, and the one thing about the one thing about Saleh, the only thing I didn't really like about Saleh was he wasn't, as far as I'm concerned as a fan, he wasn't good at in-game adjustments.
Yeah. Whatever you've seen in the first half continued in the second half. That's true.
Yeah, I just feel like he was like, oh, go get him, guys. And I'm like, hey, man, we're having issues on this side of the ball, and you're not doing nothing. So let's not happen. Come on.
That wind is blowing into your phone, I think, into your mouthpiece.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, I'll try to pull over and stop for a minute.
Okay, Denise, you know something really you mentioned though. I was just talking to Jesus about this. You know, the 49ers were kind of maybe my imagination, maybe been all of our imaginations. Did it seem like the 49ers usually played loose a little bit coming down the field until the opposing team crossed the 50-yard line? All of a sudden, they would seem to tighten up when they wanted to. They kicked back when they wanted to. The way D'Amico's playing, talking, he's saying, ain't going to be none of that. We're going to be more aggressive from the word go.
Well, and see, that's the part of D'Amico that I'm excited to see, because to me, the one thing that I like about D'Amico that I think Saleh lacked a little bit is you always notice how fired up our linebacking core was. Like Fred and all them, they were psychotic. And me personally, I like that in the defense. Yeah. Psycho's on.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, this is going to be a different defense, but in what way? And are we going to have the same, enjoy the same benefits as we did before? Just because we haven't seen. I mean, there's no shame, and we're not doubting him or anything like that. We just don't know what to expect.
Oh no, not at all. Yeah. No.
So.
To me, we still have the players. Nick Bosa, and as far as I'm concerned, everybody's doubting us this year, just like they did the year before. Everybody's even Colin Cowherd, who normally is for our team, has us ranked, I think, either last or second to last.
In the division or period? Oh, my God.
In the division. And
he normally is a big supporter of ours, so I was kind of shocked. I was like, damn, all right.
Yeah. Well, he's been wrong. He had us picked to win it all last year, so yeah. Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
So, I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
like I said, to me, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off. I apologize.
What I was alluding to, I'll allude to
I
after you
think
finish. I
that-
was looking at something in the chat I'm not happy with, but go ahead.
I think the like I said, I think the defense. I think we're going to be stout, and I think one of our major things that doesn't get discussed enough is our the Alex Mack signing.
Yeah. That is so key.
I think he's a huge addition.
Yeah, it is. Weston Richburg playing would have been a huge addition. He couldn't. Right? So now you got a grade up above Western Richburg as far as knowing that offense. That is a huge plus. Huge.
Yeah. I think that's going to, and I think that is, if he can stay on the field, and I think that's going to be huge for us. I think it's going to make a big difference with the quarterback. I think it's going to make a big difference with the defense. I just think it's going to make a big difference all around, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to see it immediately, too, because they're going to be practicing and working out going into the season. And Matty Ice said, this guy takes a whole lot off my plate when it comes to reading the defense. I know what we're doing before because Alex Mack has diagnosed that defense. He gets back to me with the options I got, and we tear him apart. You remember that year in the playoffs, Denise, when the Green Bay Packers, the Falcons just steamrolled them. And I remember one of the Packers was asked about it after the game. He says, you know what? He didn't even need an offensive line. We never came close to touching him. He's talking about Matty Ice, I said, wow.
Yeah.
Hawks, they got it all. I mean, the Falcons got it going on. Whoa. So, yeah, we got that to look forward to.
It's exciting. I can't wait. I'm like, 2 weeks. Woo-hoo!
I know, right? Happy days are here again. We got to stop wishing the entire summers away, though. Summers are memories you're supposed to enjoy and take in, and not sit here and push them out of the way so we can get to 49 football. Right? But it's still fun.
Exactly.
All right, Denise.
I'm excited. And
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, the only other thing I wanted to say on your show is, you know what? That 911 operator who talked to Sherman's wife, that bitch needs to be fired. That was my other comment.
But the thing is, she was trying to get wifey to calm down a little bit so she could get some of the facts in. I really wondered, having that kind of job, it's got to be rough when people call in frantically, and you need to get as much information as you can, as fast as you can. So you can send officers over to answer the call, right? So the person on the phone is going nuts.
I know a couple of 911 operators that are friends of mine, and I let them listen to that call, and they both told me that she was rude, she was condescending, and she said she did nothing to de-escalate the situation. She agreed with me. She's like, she was horrible.
That is
She's
something
like,
she did not do.
the first thing they're taught is to de-escalate the situation. And every time the wife tried to talk, she was like, that's not what I asked. Blah, 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 blah.
She did snap at her a few times. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, it's all ironed out now, and that operator must have got reprimanded by some of her superiors too. If your friends who work in that line of work, they know that you have somebody to answer to if your calls or somebody comes back to you and says, "What was that about? What were you supposed to do?" Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, and my one friend said all their calls are reviewed, all of them.
Yeah. So performance is definitely necessary, and it could be life-saving. So it is important that be the case. Good call. All right, Denise. And give our best to Daisy, and we'll see you Sunday since we're going to make this a habit. Okay.
All right. Well, you take care. Have a great night. You're awesome. Love your show.
Thanks, Denise. You are too. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye, Ronbo.
Bye. All right, Mr. Terrible. I have to make this announcement every now and then, guys. We don't take kindly to taking shots at women. There's guys in here that love to do battle with you, but I will not tolerate taking shots at women. So, Mr. Terrible, watch it.
You.
Hey, 347 New York. Hello.
It's Iceman in the house.
Ice. Make sure you mark that down. That's Ice. This is what Ice's handles. Ice. Get
Where's my dog? What's happening, player?
Oh, man. I tell you what, Ice. I'm well tonight. It's take a time out from JG and go after the Rams, and Nate Burleson and Kyle Brandt laid down the blueprint on what everybody's thinking. But Ice, you know, as a 49er fan, if we talk like Nate and Kyle, people say, man, y'all tripping, man. The Rams ready to kick everybody's behind, including yours. See, now, no, the Rams, they changed quarterbacks. Okay, we're impressed. Good, Rams. Yeah, but like Jimmy Ward said,
Correct.
he's still throwing to the same folks. I enjoyed that.
You know what, though?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. First of all, that's their job. That's what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Period. In the story.
Yeah.
Keep things going the way they want to. Keep ratings. Have good shows and have something to talk about.
Yep.
Okay? Now, that's good for them.
Yeah.
Personally, that was a good thing. I kind of liked it in a way because you know why? That puts a fire under us anyway.
And the
Just to prove
Rams.
it wrong anyway.
You have an effect on two
Exactly.
fan bases, us and the Rams. The Rams are burning up. Rudy came over to Twitter and tried to explain how they was wrong. Hey, Rudy, I saw that.
Rudy,
I didn't respond.
you know what?
I just laughed.
I wouldn't have either. Rudy, he needs something to do with himself. Because you know what? Listen, he's been getting behind for years now. So right now he's reaching for straws.
Oh,
okay?
God.
But now check this out. I love my manners, but I'm a realist.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to say this is. Stafford is no joke. We can't take nothing from him. He's been doing this thing for years.
Yes.
That's why they got him.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't take nothing from him. He's a player.
Yeah.
He's a baller. We can't take nothing. He is a baller.
He just
Now,
can't
the way he
nobody.
plays there, we have to see from not just from them playing us. We have to see how he plays on that team. Period. Because it might not work. It might not be no chemistry.
You know?
He might not. People have to remember. He just left the Detroit line. A lot of quarterbacks, I don't care, veteran or whatever. When you go to a new team, there's adjustments. There's everything. It's a whole different ball game. You feel me?
Yes.
Who knows? Him and the coach might not agree on some situations. The other thing he said, the coach, he might not give him the green light to just run the offense. He might want to keep him under his hat and control. We don't know this. So the only thing we
talk
can
about that.
Exactly.
Scream at that a little while longer. Here's the thing. Stafford was pretty much running the show over in Detroit. McVay says, no, I'm calling the plays here, you know? And McVay's, isn't he younger than Stafford?
Right. Bingo, you just said it. He is, listen, this is the thing. This is the thing people look at. They might bump heads because he's a veteran. He knows what to do, what not to do. Okay? This coach here is still a young coach. He's still getting, he's still getting his stripes. Okay? Now, think about this now. Okay? They have to agree to disagree. So if they don't click between the coaches, between him and the coach, it might not work.
Yep. And
we don't know this.
And they cannot agree to disagree.
Just because you go there doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work.
Yeah. And here's the thing. If in 3 and 4 weeks, if the Rams are 1-3 or 2-2 or whatever, they're going to have a closed-door meeting, and that's when you get the laundry aired out. Stafford's going to say there,
correct.
I want to tell you something, Sean, and don't take this personally because I want to stay here and I want to prosper of this table. Listen, there are times you tell and ask me to do things that I know aren't going to work. I just don't say anything. Excuse me? I'm just telling you the truth. That's when the poo-poo hits the fan.
Look at Brady. You like, hey, this ain't happening.
Yeah.
That's what people got to understand. Just because you got Stafford, okay, player-wise, skill-wise, everything, he has the talent to make the team better. There's no question about that. But the question is, Will it work? When it comes to him facing us, he's never faced the 49ers ever. He's
Is
never
that right?
faced us.
Have
ever.
we never played
So
Stafford?
exactly.
Not since Kyle's been
Yeah,
there
what
for
you saying,
sure. Huh?
though? I can't. You say it again?
You know what I'm saying? We haven't played him since Kyle's been with us. We haven't played Detroit. No, we did.
Correct. So we
We
don't
did.
know exactly. So he
No, we
don't
did
know what he faces.
2018, we did. And we beat him.
Well, it was different then.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out when did we last time play the Lions? Yeah, it was 2018. Yeah, we're different now for sure.
Well,
I mean,
you
the
know
defense
what?
is way different.
Correct. But you know what? Exactly. When they come to me, when I look at the matchups, this is the thing when it comes with us. Our coordinator, Miko, is going to be good. He wants to be aggressive, and that's what the type of defense we have. We should be like that.
Should be.
Period.
Yeah.
That's the only knock I had on Stalin. He very rarely blitzed. He played very safe a lot, and he should have because the type of talent he has, you can't play safe all the time. You got to be aggressive. He was never aggressive. Though. Great coach, great defensive coordinator, or not. Now we have to remember our GM Lynch he hired DeMarco because that's what he wanted. If he didn't feel comfortable with D'Amico and Ryan, he would have hired a different defensive coordinator. So we got to remember, Lynch is a defensive guru. So we gonna be straight on that side. We ain't gotta worry about that. Look at the picks we have. Look at the defensive people we have. He knows what he's doing. Defensive wide, no joke. We have no worries. He can put so much pressure on the Rams, and also he's going to put a lot of pressure on not just the Rams. He's going to put a lot of pressure on everybody is in our conference going to see a different type of defense, more aggressive, more going after the quarterback with not just with our front four, with our linebackers. We could pull our front four back sometimes, pull back both of them to have to always blitz, always go at them all the time. He could drop back into coverage. So we have a different animal that they're facing now.
I love it.
That's the difference I've seen.
And that aggression you talk about, I bet we're going to be excited. It's going to be electric out there compared to what it has been. Because Sal always believed in the front four, like you're talking about. Stay in coverage. I got plenty of guys in coverage. You can't throw the ball. And that's going to give his formula was let the frontline defense do its thing. We stay in coverage. There's no lanes to throw into. But, there's times when you exploit certain teams. You should be able to see where their Achilles is if you're looking at that field closely as a coach is supposed to, where they're weak at and start to attack that area. So
you have to – in the NFL today, we both know this is a reality. You have the greatest front four in the world, period, okay? But in reality, you do have to blitz, period. You got to show them something different because if you stay in coverage all the time, eventually they will find the seam. Yeah. Eventually, and if not that, think about it. Like for instance, the quarterback Murray. All right, if you just run front four at him,
he hopes you do.
All right, and he gets past the front four. Now the linebacker's got to come up, right?
And that's
correct?
Too much distance. That's right. Oh.
Yeah, and it makes it, and that's why he torches all the time. We never blitz this kid. Quarterback says run, you gotta blitz him. That's what the Buccaneers did.
But you notice we did last year though, and had Murray stretched out. I didn't think I'd ever see the day when the 49ers got Kyler Murray stretched out on the ground, waiting for the first aid guys to come running out on the field.
Oh, yeah.
I really enjoyed that moment. I really did. You can always tell when the dude's hurt. He's rolling around. His legs are going all different directions.
He's like a roach when you turn the light off.
Hey, honestly, he's going to be playing baseball. I think Murray goes back to baseball within another 2.5 to 3 years maximum. You know why? It's not because he's not a good football player, but he's too small. He can't take no hits.
You know what?
He cannot.
Well, you know what? That's why that's the thing. That's why he always running, getting away from getting hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was speaking. We got to be real. All right. If you match up, obviously, our defense against any offense in our conference is no joke. We got to say this.
Yeah.
Bottom line, our conference is no joke. We have the best conference in the league.
Agreed.
Now, when it comes to our defense versus Seattle, Rams, Cardinals, okay, those three teams are formidable opponents because they have three good quarterbacks. Period. Now, when everything happens, it depends on how games are schemed during the game.
And that's always going to
We
be the
have
case.
to remember that. We have to see always. That's always coaches always comes into play when they come to that conference game. We know this. Come on, think about it.
We gotta wonder how much D'Amico has between his ears for these plays. The man was brilliant when he played. I got a feeling he's got them linebackers looking all pro every year. We got this. We got to go though, fam. Let me see you on Sunday. Though,
we
right?
got a lot of speed.
We
have a lot of speed. That's what people have to
ridiculous.
remember. This kid here, see, this is before we go off. People are not a nation, don't worry. Okay, you have to remember this here. We have more aggressive play than we had in the past 2 seasons because we know if we don't be aggressive, we're not going anywhere. End of story.
Yeah.
Offensive side, defensive side, we gotta be aggressive. We cannot sit there and let nobody dictate the game. We gotta dictate it. Period.
And never do
in
that.
the story.
Go. It's always good
Period.
to talk to you, fam. Come on. Let's see.
You too, man. Hey. We gonna be good. Everybody relax. Take it easy. All right, player. Love you, man. Holla.
I'm back at you, fam. My boy out of New York City. Nice. Night, fam. Oh, man. And Horace says, Salah hardly blitzed on D. I think we get more INTs. I know. I can't wait. It's going to be fun to watch the Jets, too, this year to see what they look like. And there he is. Phil. Phil. Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Phil. Phil, we're in here. I mean, this is not something we just started, so it's being echoed other places besides just out of the Niner Empire. I'm laughing because Kyle Brandt and Nate Burleson shocked me. They just told the truth, nothing but the truth. I said, that's so accurate. Can we stop saying the poor Stafford suffered in Detroit because he didn't have enough talent around him? He had too many years and too many coaches to be getting all the excuses he gets, and now he's went to Wonderland. I mean, come on, guys.
I'm telling you, he had some great wide receivers on his team, too.
I think so. I mean, lots of quarterbacks with had Megatron.
A Hall of Famer.
Guy's legendary.
I mean, but you look at his numbers, they're not much better than Goff's. I don't know where the crave is for Stafford.
Well, you know what? He's had those years where, you know how it goes, Phil. You have a lot of yardage per year, but you were playing from behind every week.
Exactly. He had, jump numbers. So, yeah, I'm not worried. And as far as DeMarco goes, he was in the room with Shala, so.
Oh, D'Amico, yeah.
Come on. It's not like we took him from some other team and he wasn't in the room and didn't learn. So he was there the whole time making up game plans with him.
He told everybody this, too.
So I'm not worried about D'Amico. He may be a little bit more aggressive, but he's got more tools to be aggressive with, like Ebukam and he's still got K1 and K1. Shala used K1 occasionally on the blitz.
And effectively.
And he's got Fred who can blitz. And, I
want to see Greenlaw on the blitz at least once or twice this year. With his kind of speed and explosion from the snap,
I think all the linebackers can blitz. So
safety blitz with
I
Ward.
think we can find. But I think the reason we really own the Rams is because we run the football, and that takes that takes their stars out of the game.
Yep,
Ramsey. He can't.
And Donald.
He's not a run stopper. Aaron Donald. He's not a run stopper. He's a great pass rusher.
One of the best.
He messes things up, but Brunskill's had his number over the last couple of years.
Makes no sense, huh? Brunskill's just sort of your everyday tough guy, but he's no superstar, and Donald can't do anything with him. The footage shows exactly that, no matter what anybody says. Brunskill does not struggle with Aaron Donald.
And the thing
Amazing.
that really, I scratch my head with these prognosticators that are picking the Rams. When you look at their offensive line, it's dismal at best, and they're not very deep. And if they have any kind of injuries, they're going to be in trouble.
Yep.
They're going to be in trouble. They didn't draft any offensive linemen, and they were hurting. They lost their center, so they got their guard moving over to center.
Oh,
They're putting in a.
We know how that works.
Yeah.
Phew.
So, and their Whitworth is coming off of MCL,
And what
he's
is Whitworth?
40 years old.
How old is he?
40.
Yeah, I Whitworth amazes me. I thought he was older than that. Yeah, so and Nick has all the respect in the world for him though, because he knows how to cheat. And Nick described how he cheats.
Yeah, but he's coming
it's
off
legal.
an MCL at that age.
Yeah, that's not
He
going to
may
heal
not
quick.
come back that well.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we own the Rams.
yeah. And then Matty Stafford
yeah.
hasn't seen any constantly defenses like the NFC West coming at him every week. This is going to be really interesting to see how he adjusts. I mean, he may not be awful or anything like that, but I don't see him just coming in and just turning the league up, the NFC West upside down.
Yeah, and Arizona plays is tough, but we always split with them.
Oh,
Seattle's the one we got to get over.
God,
And that's because Russell Wilson gets out of the pocket and he throws the bomb. So I think
same play
we
every
track
time.
him down now with Ebicom,
Yeah.
and just go after him. So yeah, I'm looking optimistic here, especially with our schedule.
Mm-hmm.
We play. You look at I was looking at those over and under numbers. Like Niners are at 10, which I would bet the over on that.
Oh,
easily. I've already put money down on it.
There you go.
So, but anyway, I was looking out of the bottom 8 teams, on the over-under, the least amount of wins, we play 7 of them.
I've kept saying, people say, oh, no, we're going to struggle the first few weeks. Why? I mean, I don't know. How do you assume we're going to struggle the first few weeks, and especially the first few weeks with the team fully intact? I mean, that's why I said that's not going to happen.
And we're playing Detroit and Philly, first 2 games.
And there's no Carson
Philly's got a rookie quarterback and a new coach, and Detroit is rebuilding. So, we're going to be 2-0, and then we're going to have to play Green Bay, and
Green Bay's week 3. Okay.
And we don't even know if Rodgers is going to play. So,
or what his attitude's going to be. I mean, Rodgers is not training. He's not working out. He's playing golf and just having all kinds of fun. He's not really mentally preparing himself for football. So I want to see this.
Plus, the Packers can't stop the run, and our offensive line is much better than it was. So I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, we play 7 of the worst teams as far as the odds go. So, I mean, that's 7 wins right there. So anyway, and all we have to do is split with our division, and we'd be over the 10-win mark easily.
Yeah, that's splitting. That's 13 right there, right? 1, 2, 2. Oh no, that's 13. Yeah. So this is why if the Rams aren't going to stop doing anything about the 49ers and the Hawks, this could be somebody's got to get hurt this year, Phil. Besides us, I don't see every team in the division being as healthy as they were last year. Again this year, and us not.
Yeah, we've taken our brunt of health issues compared to the rest of the division.
Yeah, somebody else's turn. So we're going to find out.
Yeah.
All right, Phil, always a pleasure. And
all right, Ronbo.
Looking forward to talking to you Sunday again.
Yeah, a couple more weeks.
That's
it.
Have
you got a New Jersey yet?
No, Phil, I tell you about, you know what? I'm scared to buy New Jersey anymore with new players because I'm thinking I'm gonna stick to the retired guys. I mean, every time I buy it, a guy leaves or something crazy. I said, what is going on with? Is it my fault? Maybe I should stop. That's why I won't buy Kittle's jersey. I came close a few weeks ago. Dang.
The jerseys look great.
99 is
gone.
I
numbers and they got the 75 logo, 75-year logo.
They do look good,
and they're really cool. All right, Ronbo.
I'll break down. All right, Phil, great to talk to you as usual. I'll see you Sunday.
Yep. All right.
Phil.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, buying jerseys. That's why I tried to get Tyler not to buy jerseys because I was always worried about he was the problem. Tyler got mad about that. Hey, Tyler! Hey, Tommy!
What's up?
Tommy has ramifications with Cliff Dingleberry.
Well, he's got a point because since McVay's been the coach, the Cards have not beat them once.
You know, this is like, McVay's a good coach. I just wonder, it's just like Ice pointed out. Okay, so you're going to segue Stafford right into the offensive system in Los Angeles without a hiccup at all. And also, everybody's going to be on full agreement because McVay's a great coach. But are there going to be things that a veteran like Matt Stafford say, oh, you know what might work better? Hey, what? Listen, Matt, I want you to learn the offense. I don't need input just right yet. Eagles will start to say, you got to trust him because Tom Brady, Stafford is not. So when Tom went to Tampa Bay and started rearranging things and pretty much Tom took over the GM, started drafting players, or not drafting players, but getting free agents and carrying on, insisting that Antonio Brown come on over. Now, I need Gronk over here. And how about that running back out of Jacksonville? Can we get him over here as well? You're not Tom Brady, Matt.
Fournette.
Yeah. So, so what do you think of there? Do we have a right to continue to chuckle at the Rams' chances?
I don't know. They still have the same. I think their offense got way better just because of Stafford, and then they got another receiver.
The kid they drafted, or who else did they pick up?
Yeah, I think the kid they drafted. He's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah.
But every time we play the Lambs, we shut down their two best receivers. So.
Yeah. Because the quarterback's
so
under siege.
I'm thinking that they're what?
Yeah, because the quarterback's under siege from the beginning of the game on. Unless they're going to figure out a way to get out of that.
If we're healthy, I think we're going to their O-line isn't that good. So, PFF ranked them pretty good against quarterback hits, but PFF is a joke, as we know.
Did PFF give the Rams offensive line a pretty good grade?
Yeah, just in quarterback hits.
Oh.
The least amount or something, or one of the least amount. But
I didn't even know that they did that well. That's interesting.
I know. And they're freaking, their best old lineman is my age, so come
Whitworth,
on.
Yeah. Whitworth's over there. Did you hear who was that? He's got a torn meniscus or meniscus injury?
Oh, he does? Oh, I didn't know that.
I think that was Phil that just mentioned that. Yeah.
I did not know that.
I want to read up on how the damages is. The guy is awesome when he's healthy. I guess being a lineman at 41 is one thing, but when you're Whitworth, it's another story. So we'll find out.
Yeah, he's a beast, so I'm not gonna lie, he's good. But I think their defense regressed, so they're not gonna stop us. So it doesn't matter how much what Matthew Stafford does. We're still going to beat them because they're, we handled Aaron Donald before, and our offensive line is way better, so I'm not worried.
You just got to run,
they're not going to sweep us.
Oh, no. They're not going to. All you got to do is run the ball against the Rams. It's like Phil says, you take out one of the best cornerbacks in the league because now he's got to play up and protect against the run. And Aaron Donald seems to have a lot of trouble when you run, to the point that he mentions it in post-game conferences. If I'm Aaron Donald, the last thing he says, Aaron, you pretty much weren't effective today. Is there anything you want to? Is there anything you can tell us about that? Well, they ran the ball. If I'm not the owner, listen, Sean, I'm not going to talk to him directly, but you listen. You tell Aaron Donald, I'm paying him a lot of money, and I don't expect him to be so one-dimensional that he gets to the press conferences and says, you can beat me by just doing nothing more than running the ball. I would, too.
Yeah.
What are you talking about they ran the ball? Then we put you on third down. How about that?
Yeah, but their defense did not get any better. I mean, I think everybody can. I
Yeah.
mean, a couple of Rams YouTubers said that there's a lot of depth that we don't know about on the Rams, but
Oh, Rudy's
they
talking about
still
that
gotta
all the
prove
time.
themselves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well that's because this guy named Peo Time. He's a really cool Rams fan actually, so I follow him. I think he's from Canada.
Yeah.
But
they've got some
but
guy.
I mean, you'd have to be stupid to not be worried about the Rams, but
Yeah. Well, as long as Tom, I got to send you. I'm going to tag you. Rudy sent a clip of a guy that's first of all he's sitting down, and they've got him from a dead jump. He's jumping up. That has to be equal to his height, and lands on top, stands up. I says, okay, this is. I don't know what this. Does this translate to football in what way? He's got a vertical. Okay, what does that mean? He's a cornerback.
All right.
So, yeah.
That sounds like another Jamarcus Russell thing.
Yeah. Olympian, but can he play football?
Yeah, speaking of there, Larry Hoover, you freaking clown. How about Jamarcus Russell? God, that guy's an idiot, man. Why does he come every night just to talk about the Niners? Because he knows his worthless Raiders are trash. They're never going to win nothing. They've had one winning record since 2003.
Yeah.
We've been to two Super Bowls since then.
Derek broke his leg?
What's that?
Was that the year that Derek broke his leg?
He did?
Derek Carr got a broken leg that year they went to the playoffs. And, of course...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course, when they did go to the playoffs, that game didn't last long. A little bit after the national anthem, that game was over.
Yeah.
God, that was fun. The Raiders were talking all kinds of trash. I couldn't go anywhere. The Raider fans, hey, Ronbo! And then more stuff. Hey, Ronbo! And more stuff. Here we come. I can't go anywhere. God, I look for him to be. I thought I was going to go into my bathroom one night. They'd be hiding behind the door. Hey, Ronbo! You boy, Raiders, stop.
I mean,
wow.
To be honest, I actually was rooting for him against the Buccaneers because.
Well, yeah, there's certain teams when they're playing the Hawks. I got the same feeling.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on.
And the Rams.
A lot of these stupid Raider fans, they're so dumb. That's the problem. These Raider fans that they just root for the Niners. They root against the Niners even if it's their own division playing them. I'm like, does that make sense? God, special needs.
And they want to always tell you about each one of their players and why he's elite. Listen, if he was elite, you wouldn't have to put that dissertation down and run out of room on social media. Everybody would recognize that fact. That edge rusher they've got over in Raiderville, the guy tried to tell me, hey, man, we got a better, what's that guy, the edge rusher? He's better than Bosa. What? Oh, no, it's not Cleveland Farrell.
That's what
it's
Larry
the other guy.
said. I forget his name because I don't even know who he is. And that makes no sense. And first of all, I doubt the Raiders' defense is probably the worst in the league last year. I don't know. I think the Lions were, but
well, that's what was holding the Raiders back. The Raiders were scoring points.
What's that?
That's what was holding the Raiders back.
Oh,
mainly.
yeah, of course.
Their defense, yeah.
Yeah, but now they have Gus Bradley, who's actually he's a great defensive coordinator. So I think they'll probably be a little better. But Madden has them at last place. I'm not.
If they don't do something about the secondary, nothing's going to change. The Raiders. You would think with Gruden and also the GM, you would think they would. That's a lot of football intelligence. At times, they don't display their IQ. Why would you get Cleveland Farrell in the draft and Josh Allen still on the board? I don't understand.
Yeah.
So, they shoot themselves in the foot a lot.
Exactly. But I think, and actually Madden has the Rams at last place, which I don't agree with. I'm calling them to get second place for the two in the division. We're going to, Niners taking the division. Rams getting the wild card. Seahawks 3. The Cardinals dead last because their coach is the worst in the NFC West. And I think everybody can agree with that.
That's true. He's got all that talent. You put the right coach on that team, they'd be so dangerous. Oh my God, Kingsbury's a comedian, a clown.
He couldn't even win with Mahomes in college. Come on. Jesus.
Oh, Tommy, we're gonna go. And we'll see you Sunday. Continue to work those Raider fans. I just love your style.
I know, and I keep clowning on him, and he doesn't say anything, and he says, "I'm killing this chat." Okay, you're not killing anything. You're killing your brain cells. Well, okay, no, right.
He does it every show. Throws his hands up in the air like he just did something special. That's comical. Anyway, Tommy, hey, best to Anna Maria and Anna Marie, and
will do.
Have a great night, fam.
And have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you Sunday.
All right, there goes Tommy. Hey, Carlos,
all right, later.
Larry, Don. He's coming back to focus on you guys now, so, time's up. Clarence Polina, hey, thanks, family. This is D'Amico. Ryan's born to coach. Was doing it since he got into the league. I do not see any drop-off, possibly more overall speed, especially at the all three levels. And Clarence, that's a good point, too, because you're right. D'Amico has an insight into football. You know what? I don't want to say it's superior to Salah, but, he might be more efficient in areas that Salah's not, just because from a player perspective of his caliber, it's going to be concrete. It's going to be solid. He's going to know how to apply it. He's going to be able to tell players things that Robert couldn't, because the fact that Robert didn't play the game, especially in the capacity that actually D'Amico did. I'm looking for really special things in D'Amico. I just don't know what and how effective it's going to be. But it should be, right? As long as the players he's talking to are going to do and execute as they've worked on to make happen.
Ronbo.
Ellis, get on in here, man. We're in here. And Ellis, see, one thing I like, we have certain people like you and Tommy and others, you will come in and look at it from a perspective as, listen, let's not get carried away with thinking the Rams are all that bad. But Ellis, it wasn't our fault this time. Blame Kyle Brandt, Nate Burleson, for clowning the Rams right there on worldwide TV. Ellis, do we have a right to continue to believe that the Rams are not a team that you really need to worry about any more than the fact that they are on the schedule and we do have to play them for 4 quarters?
Man, damn. It's kind of crazy because the Cardinals, as much as I've been feeling like they're going to be the bigger problem of this year, they might. I don't know. They might not be. It might still be them damn Seagulls.
No, they're gonna bring it. But the Cardinals.
I know the Cardinals are kind of. I just was looking though when they said they did a redraft mock and they said that Isaiah Simmons was not picked for the Cardinals last year. So that kind of subliminally says that he really wasn't that luxurious of a pick and he hasn't really done much. And then they just got Zaven Collins, that linebacker from Tulsa, who's got in illegal trouble already. I think when he was driving crazy and he had. Did he have a firearm, or was that the other guys that keep getting caught with damn firearms? What the hell is going on, fellas? Y'all are millionaires and y'all riding around with Uzis and clappers and all kind of just arsenals. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man.
They're still back in the hood, man.
They get too much money. Ronbo, they get too much money for that, man. And I know it's a revolving door with some guys, but I'll tell you what, man. If It's a lot of guys that I know myself personally. If I'm given the opportunity, man, I'm not fucking that up for nobody. Yeah. But anyway,
no, I agree. You don't
man. There's just too much money. There's too much. Yeah, man. You made it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand. But it happens, man. And when you're still trying to live, you got one foot in, one foot out. And, those kind of things happen. But as far as the Nate Burleson and that other guy,
Kyle Brandt,
Nate. Yeah, Kyle, whatever his name is. I like the other guy. He talks about us really good.
Peter Schrager.
What's the other guy that's always? Schrager loves us.
Brandt goes back and forth.
That guy,
He's not always with us.
Kyle's always the one that kind of toggles the fence, and he's still the one that throws little jabs. Nate Burleson has been hating on us for so many years, and now he's starting to talk like he got some damn sense all of a sudden. So welcome back, Nate Burleson. We know you used to be a Seahawk, and you know, I still got a middle finger up, you know, for you. So if you can go a full season or two again, and talking like that about us, then I might give you a pass, my man. But you're just trying to bandwagon right now because you know we're about to come and put some punishment on this NFL teams.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go ahead and talk nice now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you know, just to get spicy real quick, because I really never liked Nate Burleson. He used to piss me off, and I would hear him talking.
You and me
he
both.
would have us losing all the time to everybody. He would always have us losing to Seattle, and he would always be having some you know what to talk.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, yeah, jump on the train now before your ass get left. The Rams, though, Ronbo, you know, I'm not really too worried about them. I think that, you know, it's considering, and they made valid points as far as what I heard Nate Burleson talking about of how we went, you know, how well we did last year, having absolutely nobody pretty much on the team that was a starter, played for more than 2 games throughout the whole season, you know what I'm saying? And all of the, you know, we know what we had. So he did have some valid points, which we already knew that. So he wasn't saying anything that we all didn't know. But, you know, that just made it seem as though, you know, us at full strength, you know, we pretty much picked to win and beat everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No, really.
At least on our schedule for now, except for maybe 3, maybe 4 teams. It might be a little more of a, you know, but outside of that, man, we cleaning up.
We match up with just about any team in the NFL. We're going to lose that game that we had no business losing. Every team does. When you're a good team, you lose. That game against the Falcons we lost last year when George Kittle accidentally threw that ball out of bounds. That game was over. That's all it took was George, and he was going to cross the first down marker, and that was game over. No,
man, we could have even beat New Orleans last year. We could have won the Eagles game, the New Orleans game, that Falcons game, and I mean probably at least 1 or 2 other games. We could have probably had, I mean for sure, at least 4, if not 5 wins. I know I said that before, and we could have had a 10-win season, man, with like second to fourth string team, and no other team in the NFL can do that. Let's be clear. If you take away, like I said, you take away Russell Wilson, the Seahawks are a 3-win team, max.
If Debo would have stayed on the field last year and Jordan Reed, that's all we would have needed. I'm pretty sure.
You see what I'm saying?
To pick up a couple more wins. Yeah. Don't even have to have everybody.
Yeah, fam.
Let Nick quarterback. He'd been fine. So you know. So it's just a tight organization.
Yeah, I'm glad they let Richard out, man. You know, and you know, they got that thing situated. I figured that was going to happen anyway. So shout out to him and you know John Lynch and the organization for reaching out to support him and his family and that situation. And yeah, man, he'll bounce back from that. You know what I mean? He's got good reputation and stature, and he's.
Yeah, he's seen the error of his ways right away. So he's gonna go and see if he can get that worked on and fixed. So he'll be all right. I felt so sorry for him because you look at that clip of him banging up against that door. He was really upset. I'm trying to. They haven't revealed it. What in the world happened? I'm still. Why are you?
Yeah.
What? Man.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. He. I just watched the video. This guy was clowning on him. Trying to just, to make some comedy out of it, and was kind of using Richard Sherman's voice, disguising it, and saying somebody was saying he did a little voice saying, "I'm gonna go get Crabtree on you." He says, "I don't care about Crabtree." They try to make jokes out of it and be funny. And I was like, I sent it to you so you could look at it because I mean, it's there's a little bit of humor, but then when you're just thinking about the situation and
it's in bad
how
taste.
Things could have really went bad for him, it wasn't funny, but that dude, savvy.
The first thing I seen, a few minutes after he got locked up, well, for sure, Richard Sherman's a lockdown cornerback now. I said, yeah, here we go. We ain't gonna wait 5 minutes to start with the jokes.
I know. Hella insensitive, man. Yeah, we have a desensitized and a quite quite diabolical population around here, man. In some of this neck of the woods in the USA.
It's so sick. So sick.
Quite brutal, man. But yeah, that was it though, huh, Ronbo? Just the Rams and.
Yeah, I was just wondering about Nate Burleson and Kyle Brandt. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna look for you Sunday, and I know you're gonna have a great weekend.
Oh man, it's been trying, fam, but we overcome. So
I love it.
Thank God for endurance. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Peace and love, brother Ronbo.
All right, Phil.
Shout out to, thank you, production, man. Shout out to everybody out there, all the Niners, all the good guys, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And, man, we'll be back, man.
Yeah.
And, yeah, man. KB's going to be coming back, man. I see him and Debo kicking it. Hopefully he'll come back. He'll do that little 2-3 years. Maybe he'll come on back, man.
Would that be special and polished up and everything? I love it.
They're kicking it big, too. They've been big kicking it off season. So, man, shout out to those guys for staying close-knit, man. And, man, shout out to everybody out there. Peace and love, Brother Ronbo.
All right, back at you, fam. Have a good night.
Thank you, champ. See you Sunday.
All right. Yeah. Hey, it's Tony. Atlanta. Tony. Tony. See, this is where I gotta work on my vocals.
Ronbo.
Oh, is he here? Tony.
Ronbo.
Yes. Waiting for you.
What's up?
Tony, man, we're sitting back here going over the Nate Burleson and Kyle Brandt. No reason to be scared of the Rams conversation. It's hilarious. But
you think that's funny? I got something else to share with you.
Please
tell me about what they said.
Yes, Tony.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. I'm waiting for this. Any line of comment regarding football, I'm always waiting. Let me have it.
Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd has the Rams at 11-6.
Yeah.
He has how do you have it? The Rams 11-6.
Yeah.
Seattle at 10-7.
Yeah.
And the 49ers at 9-8.
I just heard about that a little while ago. And did he put the Cardinals at dead last? I
think so.
Yeah,
no,
I'm
sorry, Ronbo. He had Seattle in dead last.
He put Seattle at dead last? So the Rams?
Yeah, he's got you guys. Yeah, he's got San Francisco playing Dallas in the wild card. I'm like, Dallas, are you kidding me? They're both 9-8.
And how did Dallas get there?
Kidding me?
Are we underrated?
Yes.
Are we underrating Dallas? Their defense is not. They got a rookie to put in a cornerback situation. Is that going to be enough? Because that's where they got exploited last year.
Ronbo, Dallas's defense, they starting that number one pick from last year as their number one. They're starting their second round pick, a rookie, as their number two corner. Their defense is going to be trash.
Their offense is still going to score points.
Their defense is trash.
Yeah, and if you're going to get in shootouts every week, there's going to be those weeks where your offense does get slowed down. And now what? See, so that's why it should be interesting.
Check this out, though. There's no way Dallas. There's no way in their division, Ronbo. And I'm telling you, people sleeping on the New York Giants. The New York Giants' defensive line: Leonard Williams, former number one pick; Danny Shelton, former number one pick of Cleveland; Dexter Lawrence, former number one pick. That's their defensive line on their front three.
Oh,
and
that's tough.
Yep, and they got that kid from Georgia. He's going to start at outside linebacker, that Azizi guy with the
they picked him up. I wanted him. Ah.
Yes, in the second round. They have him. Blake Martinez, who used to play for Green Bay, he can tackle. He was with them last year. He gets like 100 tackles a year. Reggie Ragland, I know you remember him from the Super Bowl. Kansas City. He's the other inside linebacker. And then they got Lorenzo Carter out of Georgia, who they got 2 or 3 years ago as the outside. That front seven is nasty. And
that defense, they built that defense. And what's that quarterback's name over in New York for the Giants?
Danny Dimes, whatever they call him.
Yeah,
Daniel Jones.
Jones, yeah. You know what?
They got Galladay back. They got Sterling Shepard.
Oh, and Saquon.
And their number one pick was that receiver from Florida.
Yeah.
Dallas don't have a chance.
Yeah. Listen, what people don't know is the Washington football team, that defense.
They got four first round picks just like you do too on their defense line.
That's rough. It's rough. So, you know.
That's why I can't wait for the comedy with Dallas, man. They're going to finish in last or next to last.
Everybody loves to watch the Cowboys lose.
Because they hype themselves like they're, like
America's
the rest of us are down
team,
here and they way
Tony.
up there.
Yes. God, that has bothered me all my life. America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. What?
Yep.
How did...
And the Rams, Ronbo, they picking them. Everybody's picking the Rams, but like you and other callers said, they have no depth. They don't have it.
So anybody
and they
gets
lost
hurt.
people.
Yeah. And their offensive line, Whitworth is on that offensive line. He's got a meniscus issue. I mean, really, you could win without an offensive line. Most teams know the formula now. Look for Aaron Donald's production to fall this year, too, due to the fact that everybody knows the formula to stop the Rams. Run the ball. Make sure you negate Aaron Donald. Don't let him take over the game by continuing to try to pass the ball. Russell Wilson, I've been trying to tell you that for years. And now you got their cornerback, Mr. All-Pro. Now he's got to come up and play the run. See, now you take their two best players and make them moot. Salah's, 49ers been doing that to them for the last 4 years. They just don't get it.
and they lost that safety. Was it the strong safety? The one who's making the plays in the championship game? He went to Cleveland.
Yeah, was it Little? Something Little?
And like, I agree with you on Aaron Donald, Ronbo, what you said, because remember, Mike Brockers went to Detroit. His buddy, at defensive tackle.
And made Daryl mad, too.
Yeah, that's going to hurt them. That's going to hurt them now. On the positive side, the Rams got some nice receivers. They do. But like you said, Ronbo, on a couple of conversations back, when you're getting up off your back, you ain't going to have time to throw it.
And you got to hurry up. Well, those guys are in the middle of a route. You got Nick Bosa standing up there saying that don't even try to throw the ball. And now, with the way the 49ers front line is, if Nick Bosa's on that line now all of a sudden you get more effectiveness from Eric Armstead. We don't know. I have a feeling, though, that Javon Kinlaw is going to be dangerous this year. He didn't get any preseason training last year, anything like that. He's getting it now. That big man is very athletic. Depending upon how Ibukum does on the other side, and if D Ford does play, my goodness, that's going to be an interesting look.
Hey, Ronbo, is D4 going to start, or is that I got here Samson Ibukum?
Yeah. I got a feeling that Ford will be played sparingly. He'll be in on passing downs, and Ibukum is so much more athletic as far as right now due to Ford's condition. Ford's lightning quick. But I think he's got to be really careful. If we're going to have him for 17 weeks, we've got to be careful. He's on a snap count each and every Sunday for sure. Man.
But Ronbo, with the talent y'all have on the defensive line, that I'm going to say a name to you that he didn't have in Las Vegas, I think y'all can get about 4 or 5 sacks out of Arden Key because of the talent he has. He's playing beside.
Yeah. Arden Key.
In a rotational system, you know what I mean?
And Hurst. We've got 2 sleepers.
And Hurst, yeah.
Yeah, the 49ers have depth.
Yes.
We can't keep them all, though. I just don't know how many of these guys. I want to see Contavious Street this year. The Beast was on the move last year. He damn near killed Drew Brees. I was scared for him when they got up. If
don't forget DJ Jones.
Don't even started on DJ Jones. But Jones and Kevin Givens, these guys are tough. So we have all the defensive needs on the front line covered. It's all about how many can we keep between week 1 and week 17.
But Ronbo, who's got a better? I know what you're going to say. Who's the better front four? You guys or the Washington football team?
I was hoping you wouldn't say that. I can't even answer that.
like a 1-1-1A type of deal. And see the Cowboys. I hear in their chat the Giants. Man, the Giants are tight. The Giants are tight. They playing at 3-4, 3 number 1 picks on that D line.
Yep.
Them 2 Georgia dogs on the outside and tackling machines in the middle. Okay, Cowboys, stand by. I'm gonna be laughing. I'm gonna be laughing every weekend now.
Because they weren't even good.
And they said Dak Prescott gonna take him to the promised land. And Dak Prescott gonna be running for his life.
I'm done with Dak anyway for us being special. Dak played 500 football year before last. They were just tearing teams up, just tearing them up. You look at the score and see what they're playing. And then we get to a 500 team. What's wrong with the Cowboys? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Overrated like nobody. Hey, something else, too. Hey, chat, that's a good question. If you had to go with having to make a choice, Vegas has got odds between the Washington football team and the 49ers front four, where do you lay your money? That is, Washington football front, that ain't no joke. That's a scary front.
I say the 49ers, though, because
Well,
of
D. Ford.
a slight more experience.
Well, then there's that.
Yeah.
But it's close.
That Jonathan Allen is tight. Well, I would love to have him on the Falcons.
Oh, man, that dude. And that dude, is that the dude from Nick Bosa's school? Man, last year.
Oh, that's
just,
what's his name?
Chase Young. Oh, one-man wrecking machine. He beat us up so bad. I mean, Chase Young was getting fumbles. He was causing fumbles. He was picking the ball off. I said, Jesus, somebody do something with him. You know, I can say the whole time, man. So,
I like the other guy. I like Montez Sweat from Mississippi State, that other defensive end from them on the other side.
It took him a while.
Quick and nasty, too. Long.
He is. It took him a while, a couple of seasons to get going, but, boy, he's rolling now, ain't he? Oh.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Dak Prescott. and then too, Ronbo, Philly ain't going to be that good, but they still got that defensive line.
Yeah. Those guys getting up there, but, boy, they know what they're doing. Oh, man, do they know what they're doing.
Dallas got the worst defensive line in the division, only they don't know it.
They're about to find out. They've only got a few weeks to make something different happen on that defensive line. Tony, good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I can't wait till Sunday, man. Let's get back together again. I'll be looking for you.
Yeah, but Ronbo, watch out. And you said this about riding the weeds. Watch out for Arizona, man. I'm going to keep telling you, watch out for Arizona.
I am scared of them. I'll admit that in a heartbeat. That team, oh, my goodness. That's a dream team offense. So we'll see.
And on the defense, J.J. Watt coming on one end and Chandler Jones on the other. You got to block them both.
See, that's the scary thing about it. The defense, I don't know which is more dangerous on that team, the defense or the offense. They're going to win some games this year. Guaranteed. And a lot.
Yep.
Cliff Kingsbury, all he is in the way because I don't even know if he can.
Exactly.
He can't even screw up that team. Oh, man. He's on thin ice. So if that team doesn't produce this year, Kingsbury is done. Who is he done?
I know they had Malcolm Butler. They got, even I don't think Malcolm Butler all that.
They picked him up. He's slowed down now. He's got a lot of experience.
Yep.
So. All right, Tony. I'll see you Sunday.
I'll see you Sunday. And
looking forward.
Niner Nation, hit the likes.
Thanks, Tony. All right.
Take care.
Night, Tony. Oh, man. It's Monroe. Monroe.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Monroe.
Yeah, you let that dude talk a lot.
Hey, Tony. Tony's he's a Falcons fan. We go all around the league when I talk to him. But Monroe.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Monroe, we having fun tonight. Talk about the Rams. Nate Burleson, of all people. You know, Nate didn't love no 49ers. And he jumped up and endorsed us over the Rams. You know, he's been doing that a lot lately. Like somebody said, Nate smells the writing on the wall. He knows that there's no point in him continuing to talk down on the 49ers, knowing it's going to embarrass him. And Nate told the truth, nothing but the truth by talking about, you know, the 49ers beat the Rams when they wasn't even well. So if they get well, you can pretty much expect the same thing, maybe even worse. And then, of course, Kyle Brandt says, somebody tell me, please, what has Matt Stafford accomplished? I said, you know, that's a little harsh, but it's true. Your numbers need to show, you need to have some examples of why you need to be respected. And if you don't have them, it's like the Giants coach of way back when used to say, you are what your record says you are. So but I'm saying, do we have a right to clown the Rams again?
Yeah, but I think your subject title should be San Francisco, Seattle. But that is my opinion.
You know what though, Monroe? Actually,
because
the Hawks.
One thing everybody keep forgetting that Seattle got the best quarterback in the division,
and that's the only reason why they win. Everybody's aware of that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, y'all forgot about Seattle? They ain't missed the playoffs in I don't know how long.
It has been a while. They missed them, I think, once since 2013.
And that's what I'm saying. Y'all talking about Rams. Y'all talking about Cardinals that barely starting to get good. Come on.
Monroe, that team.
Come on.
But I tell you, you could go over there and coach the Cardinals. I don't know what Cliff Kingsbury's doing. They got more talent over there. I mean, that's just, it's absurd the amount of stars they got over there on that team now on both sides of the ball. They have to be taken seriously.
I just don't understand why people think the Rams and these Cardinals in our way, and people don't fail to realize that we got the worst record against Seattle.
That's true, but we got the best record against the Rams, and the Rams are picked to win the division. I got to tell you something else too, Monroe. You know what?
I don't think so.
The Hawks have gotten a lot of breaks to win. I would say about half the games they won against the 49ers. A controversial call made it real easy for them. It's amazing. You can't play them in Seattle without some crazy call.
Remember you just said your record is what you is?
Yeah.
Remember you just said that?
I can't argue.
Who won the division last year?
We went home last year.
But I'm just, regardless to what it is, but who won the division last year?
They got away. They got away.
That's all I'm saying, Seattle. So the team we need to worry about right now is Seattle.
Okay. You know what? And I hope they are all the 49ers got to worry about with. If the 49ers stay healthy, I ain't scared of Seattle no more.
I mean, we could compete with Seattle. I'm just saying, if we stay healthy, okay, we could take the division. But that's the only team in the division that's really in our way is Seattle.
And each and every year,
y'all forgot Russell Wilson is the top 3 quarterback in the NFL. Y'all don't remember that?
Hey, as long as he's got Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, they are going to be dangerous. True.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And their defense wasn't all that great, and they still won the division. So that's why I'm just trying to tell people, like, y'all forgetting about Seattle. Y'all talking about A.J. Green and all this together, but y'all still Russell Wilson, the best quarterback in the NFC West. And that's the team we got. That's the team we either going to be on top or we got to be, you know what I'm saying? It's between Seattle and San Francisco in the division next year.
He does have the will to will his team. I give Russell credit. He does will that team to win, even when they ain't supposed to. And you're right. They had the worst division. They had the worst defense in the league the first half of the season, and they were still managing to win games. God. But when the fourth quarter, score will be 99-97. They will outlast you, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do.
And they've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
They've been doing that for years. And on top of that, they got a winning coach. They got a coach, Pete Carroll. Are you kidding me?
Right? I respect him, actually. I really do. I hate to, but you got to.
Yeah, y'all talking about Kingsbury and Sean McVay. That's like Sean McVay is Shanahan's little son. Come on, get out of here.
I tell you what, though, Monroe, I just hope Kingsbury doesn't wake up and figure out how he can win. He's got all the tools he needs to win.
He better get rid of that air raid offense because that ain't working.
I know that. I can't believe the owner doesn't know that. That is not going to work. If it was going to work, it would have worked by now.
Exactly. What is an air raid? I don't even know what that is.
It's backyard. Russell Wilson plays that to a degree too, but it works for him. But
but Kyle Murray ain't Russell Wilson.
Well, yeah, I know. So like I predicted, Kyler Murray cannot take a shot. Russell Wilson, you can hit him all day long, and he will not feel no pain. He may feel pain when he gets home, but he didn't feel it while he's on the field. He'll be back next Sunday, right? Kyler Murray can't do that. I'm pretty sure Kyler Murray's playing with the Oakland A's within the next 3 years, back to baseball.
Yes, and then when we add Trey Lance in our thing, now you got to worry about it's not no 11 on 10 no more. It's going to be 11 on 11, and that's why I was trying to tell you why Trey. That's the reason why we had that conversation when I was like, Trey Lance is the difference maker, because with Garoppolo, you already know what he's going to do. He's going to sit around that pocket. Him, you got to really pay attention to Trey Lance, because if ain't nothing open, he's going to take off. So that's 11-11. You know what I'm saying? Instead of 11 against 10. Because when we have Garoppolo,
I'll be glad when we get
11
started.
against 10.
I'm looking forward to seeing this, what it looks like in real time.
You got to hold them accountable. You got to hold Trey Lance accountable when you're on defense.
Yeah. Well,
you can't just sleep on him, because he run on you all day. Then you be like, oh man, I forgot about him.
Monroe, that was at North Dakota State. I'm not against it. I just want to know, can he bring that game to the NFL? If he can, boy, he got my support all day long. We'll see.
But I don't understand why he can't, because all he ran was NFL. That's all he ran. His whole college was NFL. Yeah. All the other college crew, they played in shotgun system. He played under the center.
Yeah, but the competition.
That's a big thing, Ronbo. Because he's used to it. These other guys got to get used to playing under center. He already did it his whole college career playing under center.
And Monroe, ain't nobody questioning his skills. I'm just that, what if he would have played in the SEC? Would he have been as productive? I just want to see what it looks like in the NFL, because everybody else is sight unseen said that he's going to just come in and dominate. I'm saying I want to see what it looks like in the NFL. If he came out of the SEC or some other division like that where the defense is stellar, I'd say, yeah, that boy goes
tell Jerry
wrong.
Rice that. But I got to tell Jerry Rice that.
Yeah, but how many Jerry Rices are in the NFL?
Jerry Rice came from Mississippi Valley State, and that was a Division II school, and he became the best wide receiver ever played the game.
How many?
So I mean,
Monroe, how many Jerry Rices are in the NFL?
I'm just making an example, Rob. I'm not saying he's gonna be Jerry Rice, but I was just trying to say the big schools don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The big schools don't mean nothing, because a lot of players that came from Division I, they trash.
Yeah. So actually, there's some
truth to that. So I don't think it
too.
don't matter about school. It's about you as a person and your skill set.
Well, you know what? If he's as good as half the hype right now, people got him getting a lot of awards. I mean, I'm looking at these things like Rookie of the Year and all that. My God, he hasn't played yet.
I mean, he's a champion.
Are we sure
he's a champion?
About this? He played 1 year in
college.
He's
a champion. It may not be Division I, but he's a champion.
All right. Monroe, he's a 49er. I wish him well. I just need to see it first before I get all excited like a lot of people are. Well, if he does it, I'm going to be jumping up and down too. But my God, North Dakota State to the NFL, 1 year at North Dakota State. Okay, bring it. Let me see if it works.
But they said North Dakota State is the Alabama version of Division II.
Okay. I know you're sold, so I'm trying to change your mind. All I'm saying is he looks good. Bring it to the NFL, and then we can all say, okay, we got some here. But until then,
and his dedication this offseason is way stronger than Garoppolo's, because they were saying during this time he got all the receivers. He's coordinating the workouts with these wide receivers that's playing. Garoppolo in Chicago with his family at a wedding, just chilling.
Who told you that?
Like, this guy is out here putting in the work.
Who told you Garoppolo's at a wedding chilling?
It was on the news. It was on the I'll be looking at my 49er stuff. They was like, they showed him at the wedding with the wedding suit on and everything.
You know, here's the thing. You don't see established quarterbacks doing videos and showing them working out. I'm sure Garoppolo's working out. Anyway, we'll find out more about that in a couple of weeks. Anyway, Monroe, we're going to go, and I'll see you Sunday.
See you Sunday. Niner gang, bang, bang, you know.
Good night, Monroe.
Good night.
I often wonder. I'm not anti. I get that a lot. I'm not anti Trey Lance by any stretch of the imagination. Although I do think he's getting a lot of credit for things that haven't been demonstrated yet. He played three. He's worked out in 3 OTAs, and he's already been anointed the best football player of all time. Can we wait at least for him to get at least one NFL snap? I just want to see what he looks like under the same pressures as the rest of those guys are going to be in the NFL, because Trevor Lawrence and all those other guys, they're already being considered less than Lance. I read that one time. I said, my God, Lance, I hope he doesn't read this stuff. It's going to make him feel pressured. Hey, Clarence Smith says, Trey Lance bigger, smarter, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, I'm serious. I would bet money Murray's going to take one hit that's going to make him say, man, I may have internal bleeding. You know what? This game ain't for me. I wanted to see if I could do it, but I'm going back to baseball. Thanks, y'all, for giving me this opportunity. Oh, there he is. Papa Dragon. Now, Pop, come on in, man. Clarence,
let me tell you something, dude.
Oh, my God. It's a steel cage match. I know he's going to challenge me.
The 49ers, brother, is going to come out there, man, with their 24-inch pythons, man. And what we're going to do, they said, we're going to lift the giant way up over our heads, brother. We're going to slam right down the middle of the ring, man.
Wait, I bet you're wearing that boa, too. It's the Hulkamaniac. Bob, man, you do all these dudes perfectly, man. That's amazing.
I have a lot of free time.
That's why my buddy Ed, I wish I could take you over to his house and we go over there and tune in on the WWE, have him come racing out the backyard. He'd be barbecuing. Hey, whoa, what are you guys doing? WWE. This is an old clip. No, God, I don't want the kids to see that. Guys, give me a break with WWE.
Yeah. I freak people out all the time. All the time. Don't let me talk at a funeral. I just go Hulk Hogan on them. The big man upstairs, brother. Man, everyone's got a lot of good things to say tonight, but I'm telling you, flat out, what would the record? What would have our record been last year if we had the quarterback situation that we have now?
God knows. I hard to say though, because you lost a lot of offensive personnel other than the quarterback. I mean, you had Nick out there. Yeah, Nick out there. And we lost George Kittle, and then you lose Jordan Reed too. Then Mostert goes down.
Right.
It was just a domino.
Right.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Right. Hang on a second. All right, let me simplify it. Well, if Jimmy G was there last year, the whole season, winning Jimmy, Jimmy G money, Jimmy ladies, man.
G money. I like that. I'm gonna keep it.
What in the name of Nino Brown would have been the 49ers record last year? Based on percentages. Here's one thing that Stafford does not have. He's never had it. Okay. He has never, ever had the Joe Montana factor. And that is he doesn't make players better around him. That's Tom Brady's number one skill. But
That's
you know who has
point.
that skill?
I hadn't thought about that.
You know who has that skill though? Believe it or not. And I'm not a hater. I'm straight up. I'll be straight up. Jimmy G. The boys play hard when Jimmy G is on the field. That's why they win more games when he's on the field.
Yeah,
he is a competent quarterback.
2017.
And I have no doubt in my mind, no doubt, that if Jimmy G didn't tear his knee up, if he didn't change up how he did things as far as like he put on weight, which I believe the extra weight's slowing him down, to try to take
Jimmy
some of
said,
those
I gotta
hits.
have some pad for the guys. I ain't coming out of the
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. See, Stafford has never ever faced a division like the NFC West.
Boy,
Which one of the teams in the NFC West is a scrubby team? Which one? Tell me.
That
Who's a scrub?
doesn't exist anymore. I mean, we
Who's a
used to be,
scrub?
you know,
No. I'm
2014,
talking.
2015.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
now,
now. No, that's
yeah,
crazy.
there,
I'm
there ain't
talking now.
one. Yeah.
Right. There really isn't one. I mean,
Get your
these are
brains beat out
tough,
anywhere
tough,
in NFC West now. Yeah.
tough games. Tough games. You got Kyler Murray running around all over the place like Mighty Mouse. Just fling it 50. It just is all over the place.
He better keep
Okay.
moving.
You got Russell. Yeah, you got. I still think Russell Wilson's probably top three, maybe the second best quarterback in the league. That's how good he is. Because they're
Who's
nothing
number
without him.
Who's number one? Tom?
Well, no, believe it or not, Tom isn't number one. I don't think
Who
he's
you
number.
got at number one?
Number one. I got Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I keep forgetting about him. Because Wilson to
Oh
me,
yeah,
and
I'm afraid.
I hate to
Go
admit
ahead.
it, but that boy Wilson might be the best quarterback in the. You know what though, right? Patrick, he's got to be raised a little above Russ. But Russell Wilson
You
is a
just can't.
terrifying dude.
You just can't deny the arm talent and the way he plays the game and the
Yeah.
way he lifts everybody up. Plus, he's got weapons and he got Andy Reid. The bottom line is that we had a little bit of that. We'll be all right. So the deal is very simple. You know, a lot of people are excited about Trey Lance, but it ain't for nothing. It ain't like he's sitting around chilling and
Yeah.
everyone's hyping up because he's number three. The kid got what it takes upstairs. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, where all this, COVID crap and whatnot, it's hard to say where things are going to move towards the future. But I will say this. He will start this year at some point. I'm predicting week one. I think that he's winning this battle of public perception, and I think that he's winning with coach, and I think that he's winning with his teammates. So he'll get out there real quick. So my sincere hope, is that Jimmy G comes out balling like never before, like never before. Like he just shows up and everyone's just like, "Damn, Jimmy!" But the best quarterback will play. Now the deal is, if Trey beats out a quarterback who's been in the system for 4 years, if he beats out a quarterback for 4 years, it doesn't mean that Jimmy G is sorry. It could just mean this kid's really good. It
I'd
also
have to
could
agree with
mean
that.
this.
Yeah.
It also could mean that all of a sudden you got to deal with the 49ers for 3 downs. And you got to be playing 11 on 11 because all of a sudden you got things like boots. You could do pistol. You could do so much different crap with this kid that it's just crazy. And defense is going to have the biggest trouble, I believe, with the 49ers, not because of who's at quarterback, because, again, they have the most depth of talent, and they have Kyle Shanahan. That's the big difference. If we would have had anybody, we could have had Mac Jones, our quarterback position would have been stronger. We could have had what's the kid from Ohio State, Fields. Quarterback position is going to be stronger, but it would have been different because I think with Fields, because he wasn't under center, you will see more shotgun. So you might see a lot less shotgun. But let's talk defense for a second, where I'm excited. I'm excited about defense because you have a new defensive coordinator. And I believe this defensive coordinator is going to bring some wrinkles to the defense that we haven't seen before. We have some really, really good defensive personnel where we could sprinkle in some 3-4. We can sprinkle in some big nickel. We can do a lot of different things on defense to confuse things. And usually 3-4s it really messes with West Coast offenses. And three of the teams in our division are West Coast offenses. And the reason is because it disrupts timing. So all of a sudden you could have Ebukam, you can have Nick Bosa as outside linebackers on some downs. You can keep Eric Armstead at defensive end. So there's going to be some very interesting wrinkles in the overall game this year, but I just don't see. And Matt Stafford is a very talented football player. He can really he can sling it. What I don't see though is the overall dog mentality in a quarterback and in their receivers. Like the 49er receivers are dogs. Ayuk, Debo, and the guy they're excited about is Hurd because they know he's a dog. I don't see that same kind of physical, nasty mentality in the run game, which is why the Rams' run game is always kind of like above average because their receivers aren't really into just hitting people. So it'd be very interesting. And make no mistake about it, we got the best tight end in the division
Let's say.
and in
Ain't
the
no
game.
arguments. Don't say nothing in the chat. Ain't no argument to be offered. Go ahead.
You can say what you want to say. I don't care what you say in the chat. But if
people
you think,
coming here talking with no respect and lying, go ahead.
by week 8, if we don't have the number one offensive line on the planet, I'm going to be very disappointed because we should. If Aaron Banks is going to start, because he's going to start. He's going to help make McGlinchey better. McGlinchey's up to around 310, 320 right now. In the best shape of his life.
Pounds?
He's up to 310. He's over 310. I'm hearing words that people saying stuff like he's in the best shape of his life. So
Mike
we're ready to go.
tired of hearing it last year. I'm telling you, man. People talked about
Well,
Mike like he was like
it was
thin
tough
as
year,
a
man.
little girl.
It's a tough year, man. Last year was tough. Last year was a messed up year.
Again. I wish we
I
could
don't want
erase
to see it
2020
again
off the just wow. Everything was wrong in 2020.
Right.
Beyond the football field, just a terrible year.
It was a terrible year. It's a terrible year. And of course, the man who was ready to take advantage of it is the guy with 20 years experience. But, I don't think it's a shot. I think the 49ers win this division. It won't be hands down. It might be close, but you know who's going to be at the end. If Russell is alive and kicking, if he's got one leg and can take a snap in a wheelchair, it's going to be Russell because for some reason
he
knows how to beat people.
Yep.
He knows how to win, and Murray doesn't know how to win. So until Murray does, he doesn't. And it's the same thing with Stafford. Stafford don't know how to win until he does. He doesn't. So I'm gonna worry about that big dog in the division, and that's Russell Wilson.
He is the most
as long as he's there, period.
I
mean, he would drive me crazy as a defensive coordinator because you call the right play, everything's dialed up right. He steps back, spins right, spins left, finds somebody down the field, flings it 70 yards.
And Bob, have you ever seen a quarterback? You see, some of the things that the Hawks do, they didn't do that in practice. That wasn't rehearsed.
Right.
The spontaneity between Russell Wilson and his receivers is something that everybody should really understand. That is something that really makes him a Hall of Famer. How in the hell would you scramble around and know where everybody is, make sure that they got in position, continue to move, and then drop the ball into their arms like a basketball player shooting a tray? I hate that. And he does that almost routinely. God.
Yep. And I'm not trying to put it on him. I'm not. What I am saying that he's got a lot of traits that reminds me of Trey Lance. Those are traits outside. Now, once the kid gets used to the speed of the game, once he just gets comfortable throwing it, you're going to start seeing different arm angles out of him. You're going to start seeing a lot of big plays out of this kid just because he's going to know where everybody is. That's what people are starting to catch on to. Is how smart he is, how much talent he has, how hard he works. I can't. It's hard to say something bad about him. Outside he hasn't done it, but it's like I said about the other quarterbacks. Until he does, then he hasn't. So to me, it's like okay, if he beats out Jimmy G, that's step number one. If he starts playing and he starts winning, that's step number 2.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
it will no longer be hype. Yeah. It'll be for real.
right. But I'm not trying to put it on him right now. I mean, he's going to be rookie of the year. He's just that. Everyone, all the people saying that crap right now will say, it's got to be Mac Jones. It's definitely Mac Jones.
You know what though?
What's scary? What Kyle wants.
But Pop, you know what's scary about that? All those riders, if he comes in and makes 1 or 2 mistakes in a row, they're going to be all over him. And you know what? Within our own ranks, people, you know how we do? We can't hardly wait to call a player a BUST. And you know what?
Right.
As much as I say I'm
They
waiting for
called Kinlaw a bust last year.
I'm going after them people like I do. I can't stand that. I just want to, man, what are you talking about? Trey's been out there for 5 minutes, and you didn't put the BUST on him? What the hell's wrong with you?
Hey, if he has a first year like a lot of these first round picks lately, He'll be all right. If he has a year like Kyler Murray, the 49ers will be all right because remember, we're a run first team.
Yeah.
What people don't understand is that he's going to help the run game even more
See,
than any
this is why.
quarterback in this draft.
But see, you understand football. I think a lot of people that yell that stuff, and that's why I've weaned myself off of arguing with people like that. They don't know the game. I just realized that, you know what? Why do I argue with people like this? I'm going to stop doing this. It makes me look silly,
Look,
too. I quit.
Only people that should be arguing on the 49ers is the coaches amongst each other, and I guarantee you they're not doing that. But me personally, I think that the NFC West they should be put on notice, not just because of Lance, but just because of the 49ers' health. They should be put on notice.
Which was actually the problem last year. Tom Brady knows him and his boys, they got by. Okay, but you guys know what? Aaron Rodgers and his coach, they had a disconnect. They probably should have won that game. But no, you got that fortunate break, and your defense ran. They ran. Well, I mean, Mahomes he was running all day long. Nobody's ever seen that before. And everybody's talking about how great Tom Brady was. I said, you know what? Tom Brady didn't have to do a lot of work on that game.
Oh,
Pretty
no,
much
he
all he
didn't.
had to do was stand back there and wait till the fourth quarter came. He's going to be ahead anyway. So
that's that old bull mentality. You know what I'm saying? You know, when the young bull's like, hey, Dad, let's run down and screw one of those cows. And the old bull's like, no, son. Let's walk down and screw them all.
That's what I'm saying. You know, you go down there and that's what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did. The defense beat Patrick's little butt. First quarter to fourth quarter, they were so shook up. You remember that pass that Patrick finally nailed into the end zone? It's hitting all pro Tyreek Hill all up in the face, bouncing off his grill. I'm saying, you know what?
Right.
This is hilarious. The
and that
Chiefs
tells you,
shook
right?
Up. Yeah.
No, and that tells you too. That tells you one very, very important factor. You don't got to be the first seed to be holding up that trophy at the end of the year. And the Tampa wasn't the first seed, so it tells you a lot. It tells you a lot. It tells you that you gotta win the division, and then you gotta be peaking around late October. Yep, you gotta start peaking. You know, so and that's a lot of time for Shanahan to do some tinkering. So I got a lot of faith in his in the X's and O's when it comes to Shanahan.
And you should, because that's what happened to the Saints. And that, you know what? And Tampa Bay better be glad that neither the Saints nor the Falcons were in that final playoff game, because they pretty much did what they wanted to against Tampa Bay. And Tom was getting picked off like crazy in both games. It's matchup issues in the NFL too. So you know.
Yep. It's like our biggest matchup to me is the Seahawks. It's the Seahawks. I don't care. I don't care if you got Muhammad Bruce Lee to play quarterback. I don't care.
Hey,
it don't matter. He's not beating Russ.
Throughout the NFC, it's that way. NFC West, because who's the Rams' kryptonite? Us.
Us, right?
It's
right.
The Cardinals they're not involved, but they might be this year. I don't know.
No, they don't match up well, and I think the big reason they don't match up well with us is because of Shanahan. Shanahan knows what McVay is going to do before McVay is going to do. So you may expect 5 more completions out of him. You may expect some more crossing routes and things like that.
Yeah.
Some more screens. But Shanahan knows that he knows what's coming before. Trust me. The MVP of those games is Shanahan. He's like, this is what they're going to do in this scenario. This is what they're going to do in this scenario. This is what they're going to do in this scenario.
And on defense, when they're having their meetings during the week, that's what they're doing. But Pop, have you ever taken martial art?
Oh yeah. Okay. I got kicked out of martial arts class, but I took one.
You know what? I took Taekwondo forever, right? But Master
so did I.
Master Yu, Byung Yu. Master Yu, we used to laugh because when you spar with Master Yu, he's taught us well. And you think you had to drop on him, and he'd always do something you never seen before. And he'd always say in his funny accent, I always keep something in my back pocket. You're the student. I'm the master.
Yep.
Master Yu, man, you okay, we got jokes today, huh? As you're laying on your back. He put a sudden sweep on you because you came in with a move that you knew was going to be effective. He taught you this.
Right.
And, you failed. Yep. I used to love that.
Yep.
That's what's going on with Kyle and Sean McVay. You know, everybody says, no, you 49er fans are full of it, man. Kyle taught some of what McVay knows to McVay, but he learned a lot of what he learned in Washington. Is a Washington coach better than Sean? I mean, Kyle? I don't think so. So it doesn't matter what he taught him. What McVay is using mostly is from Kyle. Man, these people don't understand.
Absolutely. And they don't.
Yeah.
And I think when you have two teams that are running the same system, typically the best quarterback wins. But when I've seen it happen in my experience, that quarterback has to be like Hall of Fame material. That ain't Stafford.
Yeah.
You just damage the Detroit. The damage that Detroit causes people's careers is phenomenal. Which is why when they leave Detroit, if they can go to a really good team and get past that damage, they'll be okay. But Stafford, his family, they're not LA people. They're Southern people. They're Southern country folk. He still has a house in Atlanta.
No.
You think they're gonna come out? You still think they're gonna come out to Atlanta?
That's a whole.
I already know he's not. I already know. I mean, did Phillip Rivers win any Super Bowls? No. He might have won one if he was playing with the Titans.
Hey, Pop,
that makes a difference.
But Phillip Rivers, when it comes to talking trash, Phillip Rivers may be the greatest trash talking quarterback of all time.
I like Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers talk trash. Dan Marino talk trash. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I like those dudes. Oh, Tom Brady talks some trash too.
Yeah, just recently. Tom used to be cool.
No. Tom's been a nasty dog. After that first Super Bowl, he was nasty. He yells at everybody. He don't care. He yells at Belichick.
I'm talking about the guys on the other team.
He yells at Garoppolo. No, he yells at the people on the other team too. He'll yell.
That's what I mean. Also, Brady. Terry Bradshaw. If I had to go down through the list of guys who used to talk to other people, talk to the opposing team, Bradshaw, dude would like sack him. Bradshaw was tough. I mean, that's a tough dude. Bradshaw would get up and get ready to fight because he didn't appreciate the way the guy took him down. They'd have to hold Bradshaw back. I said, look at this. What is that?
Brett Favre talked crap.
Same thing. He would. Those are them country boys, you know. Man, we gotta go. I'm gonna tell you.
All right, brother.
Let me see you Sunday.
All right. All right, man. I want to say it is
Oh, good. It's back like it used to be. I love this. He fades out of the picture like a rocket ship coming back into the atmosphere, and now he's coming down past
all day
Mars.
All day. All day.
I love that
the Niners are winning the division.
Yes.
The Niners are winning the division.
Yes.
They're winning the division. They'll win by a game, but they're winning the division. Period. If the Niners are going to win 10.5 games, then that means that Seattle's going to win 10, but we're going to win the division.
There you go. Down to the wire. Can't have it any way. Exciting football.
And if Trey Lance is half as good as people say he is, Lord,
he's going to the Super Bowl.
It's going to be the Globe. It's going to be like the Globetrotters versus the Generals, baby. Telling you.
Maybe we got to go, fam. Let me see you Sunday, Pop. Have a great night. Hey, get back to the Dragonettes, too.
Subscribe!
Thanks, Pop. Night, fam. Oh, God. I wish we could get, I would give anything to see some dirt on the Raiders. We can't talk about them, though, because they're not in our division, though, can I? We can't spend a whole program on them. But, fam, on these days, these dog days of summer as we wait, maybe we should have one show where we just trash the Raiders, the Cowboys. I don't want to. The Cardinals don't have fans that are annoying. Don Burr represents the Lions. We just spend a whole evening just trashing all three teams and talking about their weaknesses and why they should just shut the hell up. Wouldn't that be fun? I may think about doing that between now and Sunday. Thanks for the contributions, fam. I can't wait to see you Sunday. Did we have somebody else make a contribution there a minute ago? Maybe not. Okay. All right. Oh, there it is. Y'all keep praising. You mean Tim Tebow? I thought I saw that earlier. It says, keep praising Tim Tebow if you want to, but thank God the powers that be know better. When I think. Turn up. That's a dig at Jimmy G. Jim Tebow. Oh, I tell you, one of the reasons why I can't wait to see Jimmy get back on the field. It's going to be fun for me. For a lot of people, they're going to say, "Whoa, Jimmy looks a little different," and I'll say things like, "Yeah, his ankle doesn't hurt." She's such a fan.